And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the pimento cheese. I was like, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go get it.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the mild spiciness of the pickled jalapenos. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Order the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
President Biden spoke at a farewell for Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, the general retiring after a long career over several administrations. The Senate has confirmed General C.Q. Brown to replace Milley. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang.
When it comes to the now new confirmation of C.Q. Brown, and this really marking the end of a more than 40-year military career for General Mark Milley. And when he was at the top of his posting, he had to span both the Trump and the Biden administrations. And you really heard there from Biden's words just how much he trusted General Milley and how much he relied on him as counsel. He could have replaced him after the Trump years, but he decided to keep him on.
A severe storm system swamped the New York region today with almost 7 inches.
And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the pimento cheese. I was like, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go get it.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the mild spiciness of the pickled jalapenos. No, it's the crispy chicken. Actually, I can't decide. It's the entire sandwich.
Order the honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonials.
The sentence is not permitted because President Biden spoke at a farewell for Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, the general retiring after a long career over several administrations. The Senate has confirmed General C.Q. Brown to replace Milley. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang.
When it comes to the now new confirmation of C.Q. Brown, and this really marking the end of a more than 40-year military career for General Mark Milley. And when he was at the top of his posting, he had to span both the Trump and the Biden administrations. And you really heard there from Biden's words just how much he trusted General Milley and how much he relied on him as counsel. He could have replaced him after the Trump years, but he decided to keep him on.
A severe storm system swamped the New York region today with almost 7 inches of rain.
And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is the pimento cheese. I was like, go cheese, go pimento, go honey, go get it.
Hi, this is Chantrice, and
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
First Dakota National Bank, Hy-Vee, the UPS Store, Truxedo, First Chiropractic Centers, MT and RC Smith Insurance, FNBO, Vision Care Associates, Yankton Medical Clinic, Yankton Rexall.
Now we go live to the KYNT studios for the kickoff show. Kicking off right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for another edition of the Bucks Football Kickoff Show here on KYNT and KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler, and the Bucks Football Kickoff Show is brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. It's homecoming week for the Yankton Bucks as they welcome the Brookings Bobcats to town. The Bucks are flying high after a big road victory over the T-Area Titans last week, snapping a 19-game home win streak for the Titans. 37-26 is how that one ended. With that victory last week, the Bucks moved to 4-1 on the season heading into Week 6. Across the field from the Bucks today will be the Brookings Bobcats, who are 1-4 on the year after picking up their first victory of the season last week as they shut out Douglas 37-0. We have a full slate of pregame coverage for this matchup between the Bucks and the Bobcats coming your way shortly, starting with your Friday Night Rewind on the other end of this break. Before we take our first break of the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, I'd like to thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members for making this broadcast possible, starting with America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. Lastly, Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Take our first break of the Bucks football kickoff show. When we return, we will have your Friday night rewind, looking back at the game flow for the Bucks' victory last week over T. Keep it tuned right here, KYNT, KYNTV, the Bucks football kickoff show, back in a couple minutes.
Kids eat free in September at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee to celebrate National Family Meals Month. That's right, get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under can choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, chicken tenders, and more. Bring the family together. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day in September.
Dine in only. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12-packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Welcome back in here on your Bucks football kickoff show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. I am Brayden Butler as we go into your Friday night rewind from last week, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling, your only locally owned Lennox dealer in Yankton and Vermilion. Friday night rewind, as we do every week, we take a look at the game flow from the previous game. The Bucks taking a 37-26 victory over the T-Area Titans. And the Bucks jumped out to an early lead, starting with this touchdown run in the first quarter, 8 yards out for Evan Sirk.
Now hand off to Sirk. Sirk up the middle. You can count it. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run from Evan Sirk with 6:36 to go here in the first quarter.
The Bucks would follow that up with another touchdown run, this one from quarterback Lucas Kamshoff. The goal line power formation, getting the Bucks 6 from 1 yard out.
Power formation for Lucas Kamshoff. Yankton now moving left to right on your screen. Kamshoff keeps it, goes right up the middle, and you can count it. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Yankton now leads 13-0.
Momentum started to swing T's way in the second quarter as Ethan Viss fired the opening shot for the Titans, an 88-yard kick return taken to the house.
T moving right to left on your screen or listening at device, and there's a kick return brought in at the 15, going straight up the middle. He made a lot of room. He does, and with that is Ethan Viss, and Viss going now to the Yankton 20-yard line, the 15, the 5, a kick return touchdown for the T Titans.
That 1 yard touchdown run by Lucas Kamshoff, followed by that 88-yard kick return touchdown for 6 by Ethan Viss, were back-to-back plays. Why not make it 3 straight scoring plays as Austin Goebel answered for the Bucks, an 81-yard kick return touchdown of his own.
There is the kickoff. As to Austin Goebel, brings it in at the Yankton 19. He cuts to the middle of the field, left hash marks, now makes a nice cut, going right up the middle to the 50, to the T40, to the T30. Did Yankton answer with a kick return touchdown of their own? Yes, they did. You can count it. Yankton Bucks score on a kick return touchdown. That is 2 kick return touchdowns in a row.
Later on in that second quarter, the Bucks would put 6 more points on the board. This one, a 1 yard touchdown run from Evan Sirk.
Kamshoff. Hand off to Sirk, going up the middle, and you can count it. Another Yankton Bucks touchdown. Yankton taking a 27-6 lead here with 5:49 to go in the second quarter.
With time running down in the first half, the Bucks would nab 3 points on their final drive as Josue Trujillo put it in from 20 yards out.
1 of 1 on the season for Trujillo, trying to make it 2 of 2. Nice snap, nice hold, and the field goal is good. Trujillo still perfect on the season. Yankton now leading 31-6.
Coming out of the halftime break, the Bucks would score on their first offensive drive of half number 2, ending with Lucas Kamshoff finding Austin Goebel for a 3-yard touchdown pitch and catch.
So 3rd and goal for Yankton. 10:15 to go in the third. Ball is on the 3-yard line. Kamshoff looking to pass. Rolls to his right. He's looking downfield and kind of a jump pass to Austin Goebel in the end zone. You can count it. Austin Goebel brings it in.
Trailing 37-6, the Titans had to score quick, fast, and in a hurry, and Cole McKinney would get that started, a 19-yard touchdown run in the third quarter.
2nd and 5 for the Titans. Single wing formation. And handoff going up the middle, and that will be enough for a Titan touchdown on the carry. Cole McKinney, a 19-yard touchdown run going off to the right side. And T has their first points on the board here in the second half.
The Titans still needed more scores, and they'd get it from Jessen Wiebenga. 2-yard touchdown run from the goal line for the Titans.
Handoff up the middle, that's a Titan score. So the Titans now trail Yankton by 17. It's 37-20. 8:51 to go in the fourth.
With the Titans still trailing in the fourth quarter and needing a big shot late, Brenner Conrad would find his receiver Tyler Reed for a 56-yard touchdown.
Yankton again crowding the box. And Conrad looking to pass down the center of the field, and he has a wide open Tyler Reed who will take it to the house. A 56-yard touchdown pass.
The Bucks would milk the clock on the ensuing possession, but would not end with any points. Leading by 11, they punted the ball back to T. First play of that final T-Titans drive. Austin Goebel would complete his trilogy of plays in every facet of the game. Austin Goebel would put his final stamp on all three facets of the game, going along with his receiving touchdown and kick return touchdown. He would seal the game for the Bucks with this final interception.
And now it is Conrad. Pass downfield will be intercepted by Yankton. Austin Goebel brings it in for the Bucks, and that will ice this game. Yankton will snap the 19-game home winning streak of the T-Area Titans.
That does it for your game flow here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show as the Bucks took a 37-26 victory over the T-Area Titans, snapping their 19-game home winning streak. Next up here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, we go to your Bucks in the Headlight interview. A couple players have been making plays offensively and defensively. This week, we talked to Derek Beal, a nose tackle for this Yankton Bucks team. Pulled a little bit of double duty against T last week as he was on the offensive line with a couple injuries that accumulated for Yankton's O-line. And Peyton Peterson, who's become a bit of a big play threat the last few weeks of the season from his wide receiver spot. Talked to both Derek Beal and Peyton Peterson at Bucks practice earlier this week. Started with Derek Beal asking him about his game last week against T and how conditioning in practice helped him pull double duty on the offensive and defensive lines.
Coaches do a very good job getting us prepared in the week of practice. I really felt fine. There were some plays where I had to come out because our coaches, they always want us going 100% every single play. And if we need out, they tell us to get out.
I also asked Beal about the run-heavy sets that T used last week and how that compares to this week's matchup with Brookings, who run a similar offensive style.
So against T, we knew that they were going to be a very run-heavy team. I was very confident with the guys up front, like me, Frang, and the monster Frankie, just getting it done, just doing our job. Against Brookings, we know they like to do some things similar to T in their formations, just looking to shut them out in all four quarters.
I then talked to Peyton Peterson about a couple big plays he's made the last 2 weeks against Pierre and T and how he's become a bit of a big play threat for the Yankton offense.
Last week would have been more of Camp Shop being find me, kind of more of a scramble drill, but the week before that would have been more scheme and just the way the play was written up and got the ball in my hands and made a big play happen. So
I then asked Peterson about the chemistry that he's developed with his fellow senior wide receivers, along with their quarterback, Lucas Kamshoff.
Oh, it's great. I mean, we've been friends, Lucas Goebel and Tucker, since we've been in preschool. We've known each other since then, and we've played together since middle school all the way up to JV, and now together on the varsity roster together, so it's a great chemistry.
I then asked Peterson how he's feeling about the Brookings Bobcats coming to town on homecoming, especially after Yankton spoiled the Bobcats' homecoming last season.
Definitely can't overlook a team like them, especially on homecoming, and I'm sure they're looking to come and spoil ours because we did the same to them last year, so definitely looking to keep it going and keep the record going.
I then asked both Beal and Peterson, as upperclassmen on this team, what homecoming in Yankton means to them.
Friday nights, they're always important. You always feel the support from your fellow classmates, and it's always, the energy is so high. Every homecoming I've been a part of, which isn't many yet, but it's always there, the energy. It's great. It's
one of my favorite weeks of the year, school year for sure. I mean, as a young kid, that's what you live for, going to the games on Friday night homecoming, and that's just the tradition that this town has, and to keep it going is what we're looking to do this Friday.
Had to turn the clocks back to week 2 for my next question for Derek Beal, as I asked him about his unlikely interception against the Spearfish Spartans that took place early on in the season.
Just doing my job, and the ball just kind of landed in my hands, and my only thought during the play was, don't drop it.
Finishing off the interview, I asked Beal and Peterson about some of their favorite things as being part of this Yankton Bucks team.
Whenever I can get through the line and just do my job correctly, and I see the play, the play fail because I did my job, that's my favorite part.
Being able to be with my friends and win together and do all the great things with my teammates and friends, and, it's just a fun sport.
Thank you once again to both Derek Beal and Peyton Peterson for taking time out of their days to talk to me here for the Bucks Football Kickoff Show out of this big matchup, homecoming matchup with the Brookings Bobcats. As we head into another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, I thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members for making this broadcast possible, starting with Aztec. Aztec of Yankton was founded on innovation and a passion to help their customers. Right now, they are offering a healthy sign-on bonus with great wages and benefits. Build your career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. One Office Solution. The one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution, located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. Lastly, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire. They do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. Taking another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. When we return, we will have your standings review looking at Class 11 AA. That's the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. KYNT, KYNTV. Back in a couple minutes.
Every day, you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. I am Brayden Butler, and we go to your standings review here on the pregame show, brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. As we get closer to the end of the regular season, the seed point standings take precedent in our standings review, but it is worth noting both the coaches and media polls for Class 11 AA have the Bucks ranked second behind the undefeated Pierre Governors. Turning our attention now to the seed point standings for Class 11 AA, Pierre sits atop the mountain once again, 5-0 on the year, the only undefeated team left in the class, 46.2 seed points. Following them in second is the Yankton Bucks, 44.8 seed points with a 4-1 overall record. And then it's a run of teams all right around each other in the seed point standings. T-Area in third at 3-2 on the year, 42 seed points. And it's a tie for fourth between a pair of 3-2 teams, Aberdeen Central and Watertown, both at 41.4 seed points. Currently in sixth, 4-1 overall record on the year at 41.2 seed points is Spearfish. Huron in 7th at 39.2 seed points, and Sturgis Brown in 8th at 39 seed points. That would be the playoffs if this season were to end today. Currently on the outside looking in, Mitchell at 37.8 seed points, Brookings in 10th at 37.6, and Douglas in 11th at 35.2 seed points, rounding out Class 11 AA. We'll see what effect tonight's results, not just at Crane-Youngworth Field, but across the state, affect these seed point standings as we're in the back half of the regular season now, marching toward the state playoffs. Got to take another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, but before we go, thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with the UPS Store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. Yankton Thrive. There's a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. And FloorTech, whether your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech 665-4839. Take another break. When we return, we'll have your matchup preview with Eric Bean of the Yankton Press in Dakotan. Keep it tuned right here. KYNT, KYNTV, the Bucks Football Kickoff Show rolls on in a couple minutes.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
The other day, a gal came into the UPS store to drop off a package. On her way out, she noticed the print sample wall and asked if we could print invitations. The answer was, yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. For over 7 years now, the UPS store has been helping hundreds of customers with their printing needs. From basic copies to business cards and invitations to posters, we can print them. Stop out and ask about our current print specials and see how we can help with your printing needs.
Welcome back in on your Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee. There's a helpful smile in every aisle. Let's go to your matchup preview here on the pregame show. Do this every week. An interview with the Yankton Press and Dakotan assistant sports editor Eric Bean, talking about both these teams, what he's heard from both coaches, and a breakdown of this matchup between the Bobcats and the Bucks. We go to that interview now. This is Brayden Butler here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Joining me as he does every week is Eric Bean, the assistant sports editor of the Yankton Press and Dakotan. Eric, big matchup, homecoming week for Yankton as they're taking on the Brookings Bobcats. But before we get into any of that, how you doing today?
Doing well, Brayden. How about you?
Doing pretty well myself. Excited for this matchup. It's a bit of a revenge game for Brookings as they're trying to come and spoil Yankton's homecoming like the Bucks did to them last season. But before we get into any of that, we got to talk about a very big win last week for the Bucks. Got a little closer at the end than I think they would have wanted, but they jumped out to an early lead and were able to hold on against the T-Titans.
Yeah, I was very surprised with how Yankton really established the physicality at the line of scrimmage there in the first half. It was very impressive the way they were able to do it. Evan Sirk had a great performance. I know 31 rushes for 84 yards might not necessarily pop off the stat sheet as far as that yards per carry, but he earned every one of those yards he got in that game. I mean, the kickoff return and then to see Goebel return the ensuing kickoff, just to kind of stop that team momentum from ever really materializing there in that first half was impressive. Kamshoff had some good throws as well, and they were able to jump out to a 31-6 lead at halftime.
You know, in the second half, it was mainly T that had the momentum. It ended up ending 37-26 in Yankton's favor, snapping a 19-game home win streak for the Titans. We talked about some guys who played well on offense. Obviously, Sirk was a bell cow for the day with Shaler Platt out. Kamshoff made some very good decisions with the ball. Goebel with the big touchdown return on kickoff. But the defense as well really stood out in the first half. Maybe conditioning got to him in the second half when you're getting pounded with the ball like T likes to do. Eventually those holes are going to open up. But guys like Matthew Sheldon, Edley Amaro, Frankie Entveld getting a couple sacks as well really showed out on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep, two other guys Coach Muth mentioned to me today were Donald Rounds, who also had a sack, as well as Bryce Kroll, who also had a sack. So just seeing all those players on the defensive side of the ball step up on depth when you have a player like Tyson Prouty out. I'm very impressed with how the defensive line really went through their rotations there. T started to throw it a bit there in the second half, maybe some play action, maybe those sort of things. But all in all, I felt like Yankton handled it the best they could. Offensively, I think the Wavernick injury there late in the first half really changed things, and they put in a freshman Austin Conway there, and Austin got acclimated pretty quick. But those 8-man boxes that T put in completely changed the game. And yeah, I was very impressed with how Yankton really slowed it down there on that drive that started with 5 minutes left, and they were able to get down to about a minute left and maintain that 11-point lead. I was just very impressed with how the Bucks showed that stick-to-itiveness, showed that they can close out a big game on the road. And we'll see if they're able to carry that into Brookings week.
And it was a game last week where the injury bug did bite a little bit for Yankton. You mentioned already Wavernick left the game. Mark Cottle, another offensive lineman, left the game. So guys like Derek Beal had to play double duty as he was on O-line and D-line. Shaler Platt didn't start at linebacker. He was out as of game day, basically, because he was practicing when we went to the practice earlier in the week. So that was a late decision for him to sit out that game. Bodie Thurman served the remainder of his suspension, so he was out in the secondary. So there was a lot of players missing, and I think Yankton played very well against a run-heavy offense, and they're going to see a similar scheme this week against Brookings, where the Bobcats, very young team. Coach Muth talked about that on Wednesday at practice, but a team that's starting to figure out what they're doing on offense, and they're starting to get that wing tee working. And how are you expecting the Bucks this week to go up against a similar offense to what they saw last week, hopefully getting a couple pieces back?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are going to get those pieces back. Senior Tyson Prouty is back this week. I think that Brookings might throw in some different looks there. I talked with their coach. He said that maybe they're running a few different formations on offense, and I think that'll kind of keep Yankton on its toes defensively. But I think that the fact that they get T and Brookings back to back is a benefit for Yankton, just being able to see a similar type offense.
You don't have to completely throw out last week's game plan and bring a new one because they're so similar on the offensive side of the ball. This is a big week for Yankton in general, to the town, the school, and the team. It is homecoming week for Yankton. Talking with Coach Muth and a couple of players, how has their mindset seemed as it's going into a very important game for a team that is really based in tradition and the history of the school and the team?
Mm-hmm, absolutely. I think the fact that they're playing a team like Brookings, who also has that tradition, really helps them kind of stay even-keeled through the week. It seemed like there are extra distractions this week, but they aren't like a huge deal to the players, or the distractions aren't. They want to have a good homecoming game and want to win, of course. So we'll kind of see how the crowd is. I think the more Yankton fans that are in the crowd, the more it benefits the Bucks. I mean, it seems like opposing coaches always talk about how tough Crane-Youngworth Field is to play at, and I don't think that'll be any different Friday night.
One of the best home field advantages in the state of South Dakota, if not the best, especially in Class 11 AA. Eric, thank you for taking the time again out of your week to come talk to us, and hoping for a good game between the Bucks and the Bobcats. Thank you again.
Thanks for having me, Brayden.
Thank you, as always, to Eric Bean for taking time to talk to us each and every week ahead of these Bucks football matchups. We are going to take another quick break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Before we go, thank a couple of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton Sports. We need to be sure, make it Sherco. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. They've been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage, Roy Wilcox State Farm is a proud supporter of Yankton Athletics. Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway or at 665-1222. Lastly, Stockman's Moto Sports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Moto Sports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. Take another quick break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple minutes. KYNT, KYNTV.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan,
I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, KYNT, KYNTV. I am Brayden Butler. Your Bucks Football Kickoff Show is brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. We go into your weekly interview segments here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. We start with your opponent interview, brought to you by Ben's Brewing downtown. If it's on KYNTV, it's on at Ben's Brewing. They're a proud supporter of Yankton Bucks and Gazelles athletics. Visit bensbrewing.com/sports to see the upcoming games being shown downtown at Ben's Brewing. This week's opponent interview is with Barry Hine out of Brookings, a play-by-play broadcaster who covers Bobcats athletics, talking about what he's seen and heard around the Bobcats team from his broadcaster position. We go to that interview now. Brayden Butler here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Joining me is Barry Hine out of Brookings, a play-by-play broadcaster covering the Brookings Bobcats as they are coming to Yankton. It's a homecoming game for the Yankton Bucks. Brookings coming to town, and talk about the Bobcats a little bit before this one. Barry, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I appreciate you having me on. This is a cool deal. You guys do this.
You know, it's a lot of fun. We always like to talk to the opposing broadcasters. Sometimes they're a little more forthcoming than the coaches, but you know how that is with coaches and coach speak, so to speak. So it's always great to have you on.
Yeah, coaches always like to keep things close to the vest, it seems like, yeah.
Talking about the Brookings Bobcats today as they are playing Yankton. Homecoming game for the Yankton Bucks. What have you seen from the Bobcats this year, especially last week, picking up their first win of the season, a very impressive fashion over Douglas?
Yeah, it's a young team. Coaches have been struggling with that all year. Just the young guys. They lost a lot of leaders from last year to this year, so they're looking for new guys to step in and fill those leadership roles, and that's been kind of happening sort of slowly throughout the year. It doesn't always happen in an instant. It's a bit of a process, so they've been looking for those players to step up, and that's happening. Just takes some time. So they're starting to figure things out. They scored their first offensive touchdowns last week, and it ended up being 4 of them, all by the same player, Will Conrad, who's a speedy, kind of a scat back, slot receiver kind of a guy, H-back guy. And he has all but one of their touchdowns on the year. He had their 4 offensive touchdowns last week against Douglas. He had a kickoff return, 90-plus yards against Huron a few weeks ago. And their other touchdown is a defensive fumble recovery in the end zone by Blake Canigator. So Will Conrad has been a big part of the team so far this year.
And I know with how Brookings has liked to play in the past, they are a very run-heavy offense, something similar to what Yankton saw last week against T. Is that still more of the same this year?
Yeah, they have a lot of H-back motion, absolutely. They're just the Brookings team. They like to run the ball. They like to kind of be physical up front, and that's the kind of game that Brookings always plays. It's going to be physical when the Bobcats are on the field, that's for sure.
You know, you mentioned Conrad and how he had a very explosive game last week. Who are some guys on the defensive side of the ball that need to keep an eye on for Brookings?
Well, it seems like Charlie Bisgard comes in from the defensive back spot a lot and makes some plays. Blake Canigator comes off the edge. He's got, I think it's 4 sacks off the top of my head. I'm not sure, but I think he's got 4 sacks on the season. So he's a big one. Bergen Tetzloff, a linebacker, will make a lot of plays. Guys like that, though. They've got guys who run around. Gavin Hamrick is always, he's a speedy guy, and he likes to hit, so he'll make things tough on opposing runners and receivers as well. So they've got some guys. Ethan Hauptman, I think the team leader in tackles, and linebacker as well. So those are some of the guys just off the top of my head. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anyone.
And I got just one more question for you before I let you get back to what you're doing. Thank you once again for taking time to talk to me. But final question here. You mentioned it's been talked about this is a very young team for Brookings, a large senior class departing last year. So in your talks with the coaching staff or what you've seen on the field, who are some of the younger guys who have kind of stepped up into those leadership roles that might have been vacated by the senior class?
Well, I mentioned Will Conrad, what kind of year he's having already. He's a junior, and he's been great. He's been a really bright spot on the offense this year. Alex Wayman, sophomore receiver, has stepped up. He's begun starting the last couple of weeks. I mentioned Charlie Bisgard on defense. Blake Canigator with those 4 sacks. He's a sophomore, so he's one of the young players that stepped up as well. Bergen Tetzloff, a sophomore player, both on offense and defense. He's good at the linebacker spot. He's also a good tight end. You get him over the middle, he can gain some big yards for you. At the quarterback spot, they've had a couple of young guys. Jones Hunnemer stepped up as the starter at the beginning of the year. He's a sophomore as well. And then they had Gavin Davis kind of step in, and they alternated a little bit at quarterback with Gavin Davis, who is also a sophomore. Unfortunately, Gavin Anderson, not Gavin Davis, Gavin Anderson, the sophomore quarterback for the Bobcats. Unfortunately, he is done for the year. He broke his collarbone on Monday in a JV game, so he's already had surgery on that, and his season's done, but he was one of those young guys stepping up for the Bobcats as well.
This something that happens to a lot of teams eventually, where when you have a large senior class of guys that goes out, this comes the next man up, and when you got a lot of underclassmen, it can take a while for that to gel, but looks like the future is in some good hands for Brookings. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me, Barry. It's a very young and a lot of potential on this Bobcats team, and hoping to see a good game Friday night.
I appreciate it, Brayden. Thank you.
Thank you once again to Barry Hine for taking time out of his day to talk to me earlier this week about this matchup tonight between the Bucks and the Bobcats. Now we turn our head to a different perspective, as it's the YHS pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. It's on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in large cans at Yankton Hy-Vee. We're able to catch up with head coach Brady Muth earlier this week at Bucks football practice. This interview was put together by Josh Boelter, the color commentator for our football broadcasts. We go to that interview now.
Coach talked about where his team's mindset is at after the big win against T last week and handling homecoming this week.
We've talked about this on air before, but homecoming at Yankton is a special thing, and it's done completely different. There's a lot of pride in our community, and they take a lot of pride in their extra activities and all those programs, and it's just a great way the whole week really to showcase just all the talents we got in school, from fine arts to athletics. The Gong Show is a great thing, and so there's a lot of things that are going on, and we want our guys to enjoy it and appreciate it, and they do. But in the back of their mind, they have to keep in the back of their mind that we've got a job to do. It's Friday night of homecoming is kind of the culmination of everything, and we have to make sure that we hold up our end of the deal and finish the week off right. And when you have a program that's based on tradition and accountability, it's not as hard of a task to keep people focused. But our guys they know what this is all about. They know what's on the line. They know where they're at as far as where, program wise as a season, and they know what they've got to do Friday night.
Coach then talked about 2 weekly awards that they hand out to the team.
Yeah, so we give out different awards throughout the week, and the two main awards we give out from game night are Warrior of the Week from the National Guard, and then we give out another one called the Hard Target Award. It's presented by Coach Shield, who's former military guy, actually just retired, and coached here for a long time with us. And one of the things that he always talked to kids about was being a hard target and what that means, and not just presenting yourself as a tough guy, but sticking your nose in a fight once in a while and pushing through some adversity and just being a tough guy. So it's kind of our Tough Guy Award, kind of our guy that maybe does his part to strike a little fear in the opposition. And so they get a T-shirt with a picture of Coach Shield on it, and a pretty menacing picture. And it's to have one of those and to wear it around school is kind of is a big badge of honor. And so guys really look forward to having Coach Shield come to practice and give a little motivational talk and present them their award.
Coach then talked about what to expect from Brookings Friday night.
Yeah, Brookings, they're a young team, but that talent is there, and the way they run things there, you can see, especially right now at this point in the season, that they're starting to figure things out as a young team does. You get into the season, you get some road behind you, they're starting to do some things a lot better. They're a wing T team on offense, a lot like what T ran, where they'll be in a shotgun set, but it's still wing football, where every play is going to have a dive element to it, and then a B gap, C gap element to it, and then there's a play action pass that's tied into that too. So in wing T, everything is kind of packaged together. You just have to make sure that everybody plays assignment football. You can't get too caught up in where the ball is or where it's not. In the fake, you have to read guards and let them take you to the play. And I think last week, especially in the first half there, we were reading guards real quick and getting into the backfield against T, and we've had a couple really good weeks of preparing and reading guards, and I'm excited to see how guys perform Friday night.
Coach Muth says that he expects a loud crowd Friday night for the homecoming game.
It's just one of those things, and I think it's the same thing too when you play. You can feel how close everybody is at Crane, and you can definitely, you feel like you're almost in a cocoon, just because everybody's right on top of you, which is great for us. It's a home field advantage like no other, but there's just too much stuff going on to take time to look at and see what's going on up in the crowd. But we definitely feel that they're there, and we appreciate all the support we get for sure.
Coach Moose said that physicality is a key to a Bucks victory.
We have to be the most physical team every single play. That's a big part. But the other thing too is we got to play 4 quarters. We've challenged them all week long as far as what kind of team are you? Are you an elite team, or are you a team that's just good enough? And we don't want to be good enough. We don't want to go through anything just getting through something. So the key to us having a good game Friday. I understand that we are where we're at and Brookings is where they're at. You got to throw the records out the window. They're going to be keyed up because everybody wants to ruin someone's homecoming, and we want to make sure that we hold the rope and do what we're supposed to do on Friday night. And it's going to be a tough physical football game. It's an ESD Conference rival. There's always something on the line. We've got to make sure we perform.
That was your pregame interview with Yankton Bucks head football coach Brady Muth. Let's send it back to Brayden Butler at KYNT Studios.
Thank you, as always, to head coach Brady Muth for taking time out of his day to talk to us here at KYNT for our pregame coach interviews. And thank you to Josh Boelter for putting that interview together as he does every week. Before we take another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, thank a couple more of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Yankton and Computer and Network Services. For your complete personal and business computer solutions, rely on Yankton Computer and Network Services. Wishing the best of luck to Yankton Athletics this season. The Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. And Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. Take one more break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. When we return, we will send it live to the field with Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter. It's the Bobcats, it's the Bucks, and it's around the corner here. KYNT, KYNTV, live to the field in a couple minutes.
Mark your calendars now. Here's an easy way to get your family's flu shots. Load up the entire family and stay in your vehicle with drive-through flu shots at Yankton Medical Clinic. They're available Monday, October 9th and Tuesday, October 24th from 4 to 6 p.m. Visit YanktonMedicalClinic.com to download the consent form. Bring completed for each person and a copy of your insurance card, and watch for the Y Guy. Protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season with help from Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3, 7, or 17 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3, 7, or 17 months at your nearest FNBO location with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier Checking account. So stop on by and give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Hello, here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Football season is here, and you know what that means. Checkers is open every day of the week. That's right. You can get Checkers delicious wings daily and catch all of the football action. Every Monday night, enjoy $6 cheeseburgers and fries. So grab your friends, bring the family, and head on down to Checkers. Open every day of the week. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill on Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for here on KYNT, KYNTV, as we are about to send it live to Crane-Youngworth Field with Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter. I do want to thank all of our interviewees for taking time out of their week to talk to us ahead of this matchup. I want to thank you as well for joining me on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a hopeful smile in every aisle. I have been Brayden Butler. It's homecoming for Yankton High School. It's the Bucks, it's the Bobcats. It's a Friday night fight here on KYNT, KYNTV, and we go to Crane-Youngworth Field right now.
Lunges forward for the pylon! Yankton touchdown!
Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton. Yankton touchdown! Brought down right at the 20. The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton! Ball is loose! Ball is loose! It's gonna be Yankton ball! He's at the 20! The 10, the 5! Touchdown, Yankton! Crane is going wild!
Now, let's go live to KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Athletics, Bryce Ladwig.
Happy Pioneer Days from Crane-Youngworth Field. I'm Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. You are listening to Yankton Bucks football on KYNT or watching on KYNTV. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully we have a very exciting Pioneer Days matchup for you here tonight as the 4-1 Yankton Bucks are hosting ESD rival the Brookings Bobcats, who are sitting at 1-4 on the season. Josh, we're about halfway through the schedule. Can you believe how fast the season has gone by?
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, you think about it. Yankton has this one and one more home game after this. It's crazy how quick the season has really flown by already in Game 6 here tonight. But, yeah, it really has flown by really fast.
Yankton is the number 2 class in 11AA in the standings, trailed immediately by T Area at number 3 as far as power points. Yankton coming off an emotional victory over T Area, the almost consensus number 2 team in the class going into the season, Josh. And they must now defend their home stadium for Pioneer Days, which I really do believe adds a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, and this is an interesting spot. Some would call it a trap spot. You're at home against a team you're favored to beat, coming off of a big win. Now going into homecoming, it's going to be interesting to see how this Yankton team responds. Coach Brady Muth has talked about with us throughout the season. He likes to see that fast start. Saw it last week, but it's going to be interesting to see if Yankton can build on that from last week and do it in a big spot here at home for homecoming, coming off a big win.
Absolutely. And Brookings, they're having a year of growth, it seems, Josh. We heard that in the pregame interviews. You're not really seeing the results they want on the field, but this team can play, any team really that can play spoiler is a dangerous team. And so Yankton just has to have all, dot their I's, cross their T's here tonight. And, Josh, these two teams have had a rivalry that's been pretty one-sided, actually, the last 5 years. Yankton only securing 1 victory a season ago over that last 5. Let me take you through a little history here, Josh. 2018, Brookings, 23, Yankton 22. That was here at Crane. And then 2019, Brookings 44, Yankton 14, also here at Crane. And then 2 years in a row at Brookings. In 2020, Yankton got shut out 41-0. And then the following year in 2021, Brookings defeated Yankton 35-20 at home. And then last year, Yankton able to snap that streak with a 38-27 victory. Yankton averaging 33.2 points per game this season. Brookings 8.6. The other stat, Josh, that really stands out to me is Yankton 324 yards per game to Brookings 147.
Yeah, this is a dynamic offense for Yankton. One thing as well in that head-to-head series, these two teams met in the playoffs last year too. In the first round, Yankton took care of business there as well. But yeah, like you said, this is a really dynamic offense for Yankton that has really seen some growth in the pass game the last couple weeks. You've seen the maturation process of Lucas Kampshoff, and he's been making even better decisions as that senior quarterback and really stepping up these last few weeks.
Absolutely. We have a lot more to talk about here on the Hy-Vee pregame show, the Yankton Bucks football kickoff show. We'll take a break for the national anthem. We shall return here to Crane-Youngworth Field. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good. Lancer Days 2023 begins in Yankton on Monday, September 25th and goes through Sunday, October 1st. Coronation will be on Thursday evening at 7:30 in Marion Auditorium. The parade will be in the downtown Meridian District on Saturday at 9:30. Tailgate begins at 3 o'clock on Saturday at Memorial Park, and the football game starts at 6. Mount Marty can't wait to see you and celebrate. Go to mountmarty.edu/Lancer Days to RSVP and see the full listing of events.
Introducing the perfect match for your Yankton High School sports nights. Ben's Brewing Downtown and KYNTV. Whether it's a hard spike, exciting goal, or the biggest Friday night matchup, we're here to amplify your spirits and bring the video streaming excitement to you. Gather your friends and family, tune into the action, and savor every moment with the area's biggest Yankton sports fans. Ben's Brewing Downtown is your sideline seat to unforgettable high school sports moments. If KYNTV is streaming it, it's on at Ben's Brewing Downtown.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966. And with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests? Give your home a fresh start and use the proven method of fumigation to take care of your pest problem. Olson's Pest Technicians will thoroughly get rid of pests so you can rest easy again. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KILL-BUG. That's 1-800-KILBUGS.
And welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field and Pioneer Days. Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter here in the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth. Yankton's newest and nicest hotel, Fairfield Inn, is open and located at 21st and Broadway. Let's get into your vision of the game, a.k.a. your keys to a victory, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Josh, I really just have Yankton not getting caught up in the Pioneer Days atmosphere too much. We mentioned how playing spoiler is a big incentive for visiting teams on a homecoming, and Yankton just really has to, as I mentioned earlier, dot their I's and cross their T's.
Like you said, this is a kind of a trap spot in a sense. You're playing a team you're favored to beat at home, coming off a big win on homecoming. So it's going to be interesting to see if how Yankton responds to that.
Yeah, and then let's jump into our key player of the game, brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. Well, Josh, I have the edge rushers, Edley Amaro, Frankie the Monster Infeld, and, of course, Tyson Prouty making his return from an injury from Week 1. They'll be tasked with shutting down the edges versus a Brookings wing T offense.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting to see how these edge rushers respond. Returning Tyson Prouty, like you said, they really haven't had him for the entirety of the season, but in his absence, Frankie Infeld, 3 sacks, Edley Amaro, 2 sacks. They've stepped up really well, and that's going to have to continue here through the rest of the season for a team that has some really high hopes for the rest of the season.
Colors of the game brought to you by Buell's Cleaners, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. Yankton in their home reds, white bottoms in their red helmets, and Brookings in their all white with their kind of a darker red helmet. And then your special shout out to those at the KYNTV watch party location, Ben's Brewing downtown. If it's on KYNTV, it's on at Ben's Brewing downtown. Visit bensbrewing.com/sports to see the upcoming games being shown downtown at Ben's Brewing. And let's get to our officials of the game, brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the field.
Yeah, tonight's officials are Steve Mayer, Peyton Mueller, John Roovers, Steve Seigel, and Connor Singeisen.
All right, your starting lineup is brought to you by First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Josh.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the visiting Bobcats. First, at quarterback, a sophomore, number 15, Jones Hunnemer. At the receiver position in the slot, they have number 1, a junior, Will Conrad. They're going to run 3 backs tonight. At running back, sophomore, number 26, Mason Mathis. At fullback, sophomore, number 22, Jay Harris. And at that wingback position, number 2, Alex Wainman. Across the offensive line, the senior left tackle, Brayden Stadler. At left guard, number 50, Andrew Hahn. At center, a junior, Tane Frederick. At right guard, a senior, Luke Hansen. At right tackle, a sophomore, Ty Yeager. And at tight end, a sophomore, Bergen Tetzloff. Over on the defensive side for the Bobcats, the pair of edge rushers, the junior, Josiah Thomas. And the defensive end, the sophomore, Blake Canagator, a guy that was highlighted in the pregame for that Brookings defense. At defensive tackle, the senior, number 71, Joey Fitzpatrick. 4 backers in this defense. It's a 3-4. You have 2 sophomores, Bergen Tetzloff and Jay Harris, and then a pair of seniors as well in Austin Anderson and Ethan Houtman. At defensive back, a couple of juniors in Will Conrad and Charlie Bisgard, as well as a couple sophomores, Gavin Hamrick and Mason Mathis. Kicking off for Brookings will be Drew Johnson. He'll also handle punts and field goals and PATs as well. Looking at the Yankton side of things, we're going to start with the offensive signal caller, the senior, number 11, Lucas Kamshoff. At running back tonight is going to be Evan Sirk, no Shaler Platt tonight for the Bucks. At that halfback hybrid position, a junior, Matthew Sheldon. At receiver, you have Carson Ness and Austin Goebel. At tight end, a senior, Tucker Gilmore. Across the offensive line, filling in for Caden Wavernick tonight is a freshman, Austin Conway, who saw some action last week. At left guard, the junior, Mark Cottle, returning from an injury. Vaden Greil, the lone senior on the offensive line at center tonight for Yankton. At right guard, Peyton Eustace. And rounding out the Yankton offense, junior right tackle, Lucas Cordell. Across the defensive line at the edge rusher positions, returning senior Tyson Prouty and Edley Amaro. At the defensive tackle spots, 2 juniors, Derek Beal and Riker Fring. A couple of linebackers who are juniors as well, Matthew Sheldon and Bryce Kroll. Pair of safeties as seniors, Donald Rounds and Tucker Gilmore. At cornerback, you have the senior Austin Goebel, the junior Bodie Thurman, and rounding out the lineup at free safety, Carson Ness. Also kicking tonight is Josue Trujillo.
All right, thank you, Josh. Your field conditions brought to you by C&B Equipment. Navigate around your yard with John Deere lawnmowers from C&B Equipment in Yankton. Today's kickoff temperature is sitting at 77 degrees, and the wind is coming from the north around 7 miles per hour. And while I have a very quick second, Lance Dannebring and Andy Bauman were crowned the Pioneer Days Prince and Princess as part of Yankton High School's homecoming festivities Thursday night. Other members of the YHS royalty were Lucas Kamshoff, Tyson Prouty, Ty Bindi, Tucker Gilmore, Madeline Eitzness, Camille McDermott, Sarah Beeman, and Elizabeth Novak. So congratulations to the homecoming royalty.
Yeah, Bryce, I got a chance to talk to Lance and Annie after they were crowned last night. It was really fun talking to them. Really seemed like a grateful prince and princess this year, and seemed really excited to be crowned.
2023 homecoming is about to be underway. Yankton will be moving right to left. They're receiving. Brookings won the toss and elected to defer. And returning the kicks will be Austin Goebel and Carson Ness. And it's actually an onside attempt, Josh, right out of the gate, but it didn't go 10 yards. That'll be a penalty as the first play of the game.
Yeah, that was interesting there. Bold call there by Brookings, by Coach Brady Clark, trying to catch Yankton off guard on that one. And it looks like maybe a guy on Brookings kickoff there maybe went off sides, and I think they're going to get a chance to redo the kick here. And it wouldn't be surprised maybe if they kick this one off now and just try to pin Yankton a little bit further back.
Absolutely, and so we're going to try this again here.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 35-yard line.
So as you said, Josh, we'll try this again. Again, Yankton moving right to left on your screen or listening device. And kicking for Brookings is Drew Johnson. And homecoming is underway here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Carson Ness will return at the 15 on the near side. He gets to the 25, to the Yankton 30, out to the Yankton 40. He'll get to midfield into Brookings territory, to the 40, to the 35, and is brought down from behind at the Brookings 28-yard line, Josh. I'm going to say that is probably, except for a kick return touchdown, one of the best starts to a game you can have.
Yeah, big play there from Carson Ness, and that's one where Yankton, after getting that penalty on the onside kick, even better field position there after the big return.
And so Yankton's offense will set up shop here for the first time in the game. Two receivers right, one left is Carson Ness. Evan Cirk, the lone back. Austin Goebel set into a brief motion. Now Lucas Kampshoff rolling to his right, looking to pass. He finds Matthew Sheldon, and Sheldon able to lunge forward for a Yankton first down if they're going to give it to him, and I think they are, Josh, right out of the gate. Or they're going to say he went out of bounds just short of it here. About 2 yards short.
Nice job by Kampshoff there. You could tell he wanted Gilmore deep, but made the read, found the check down the flat to Sheldon.
2nd and 2, handoff to Cirk, and he'll actually be brought down just behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of about a yard on the play will bring up 3rd and 3 for the Bucks. Not even a minute into the first quarter.
You got to think this is kind of maybe possibly 4-down territory here for the Bucks.
And now Kampshoff. Rolling and toss to the 5, and Austin Goebel able to bring it in. So Yankton right on top of the 5. That's a Bucks first down. Will set up 1st and goal for Yankton.
Nice strike there from Kampshoff. That's 2 times now in 2 pass plays where we've seen Yankton roll Kampshoff out to the right.
And handoff to Cirk to the 5, to the 4, and he's down to about the 2-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play, bring up 2nd and goal.
Nice job there, easy play. Just move the ball forward, and get close to that goal line.
So one receiver right, Evan Cirk, kind of a bunch formation off the left tackle. High snap, and we do have a whistle. I don't see a flag though.
Possibly a timeout or maybe a clock issue or something like that. But like you said, no flag on the field. And now they've thrown it. Now they've thrown it down. It was just hitting that huddle of players there.
So an illegal snap going on at Yankton. And so repeat 2nd down. It's a 5-yard penalty. That will bring back up Yankton to the 8-yard line. And still 2nd and goal. Kampshoff the snap. He rolls to his left. He's looking for Carson Ness. Maybe Austin Goebel. Tosses toward the end zone. A little too tall for a Goebel. Incomplete pass. Brings up 3rd and goal. Ball on the 7.
Yeah, and you can tell Yankton, when coming up with a game plan for tonight, they saw something in the passing game where they want to roll out the quarterback. That's 3 pass plays. 3 times they've rolled out Kampshoff over to the left that time, where the previous 2 are the right. But something to keep an eye on, rolling Kampshoff out early on those passing plays.
And trips receivers 2 at the right, 1 to the left. Kampshoff in the shotgun has Evan Cirk to his immediate left. Takes the snap. He's looking over for Carson Ness, and he brings it in the end zone. You can count it. No, Josh, they're waving it off. The back judge waved it off and saying that hit the turf.
Yeah, that's a tough play. That's a jump ball there to Ness. That's a tough catch to make. I thought
me and 99.7% of Crane thought that was a touchdown.
Yeah, and I think that .3 is the official who was sitting there watching. And then maybe the cornerback as well. But nice play there by the corner. Tough play to make on one of those jump balls on a fade route on 3rd down. Now you got to think Yankton will be bringing out the field goal unit here on 4th down.
Yeah, so Jose Trujillo will come out, and he is 2 of 3 on the season. This will be a 17-yard attempt. And nice snap, nice hold, and a nice kick for Jose Trujillo. And actually, excuse me, he was 2 of 2 on field goals. That one miss was the extra point that got blocked over at T. But the 17-yard field goal is good. Yankton is on the board, leading Brookings 3-0. That opening drive brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. No matter what you drive, fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue in Yankton. That trip to the Red Zone brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. And, of course, that scoring drive, Josh, brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Core Trust is doubling down on Bucks points, which means for every 1 point Yankton scores, Core Trust banks $2 to the Yankton Booster Club. So this scoring drive results in $6 being donated. Yankton leading 3-0, 10:09 to go in the first. And we're just going to keep it right here, Josh. But I do want to let people know that the first quarter is brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of its customers for 150 years, offering personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey. Plus, a friendly team of professional bankers ready to put you first. And the UPS Store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. Trujillo kicks off to Brookings, and the return will be made up at the 7-yard line. On the return is Will Conrad, gets to the near right hash marks and is brought down to the turf at about the 31-yard line. See where they officially mark this a ball, but Brookings' first offensive drive, Josh.
Yeah, nice little return there from Conrad. You know, they tried to catch Yankton I'm trying to find words, but the point is they were trying to catch Yankton off guard on that onside kick earlier, weren't able to get it, led to a penalty, but now Brookings on offense trying to get something going here, down 3-0 early.
Jones Hunnemer, the quarterback, the sophomore quarterback for Brookings, 31 of 81 on the season, a 38% completion percentage, 384 yards in the air, still looking for his first passing touchdown. He does send Will Conrad in motion. Conrad gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton. A couple of Yankton Bucks in on that tackle, Matthew Sheldon being one of them.
Yeah, Sheldon was in on that one as well as Tucker Gilmore. That was a simple send your man in motion on a jet sweep, and Yankton saw it from the beginning. Good job there, coming from the second level with a backer and a safety to get the tackle in the backfield.
So loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 13 for Brookings on their own 27-yard line. Hunnemer in the shotgun. Again sends Conrad. This time it's a handoff up the gut to... I'm trying to figure out who this carrier is. Jay Harris. And he gets a gain of almost all the original yardage there, Josh. Still going to be 3rd and 11 for Brookings, ball in their own 29.
Right, 3rd and 11, like you said. Not a situation Brookings wants to be in. They want to line up, run the football. 3rd and long is not where they want to be. Going to be interesting to see if they can convert this here.
And Hunnemer moves the foot, sends a man in motion, and miscommunication for the Brookings offense as a pass goes about 15 yards past the nearest possible target. Incomplete pass, and that'll bring up 4th down and the Brookings punt crew as Cohen Zarbach will return for Yankton.
Yeah, and he might have had Tetzloff open on that play, just sailed it on the slant pattern just a little bit. Now Yankton looking to get the ball back here on 4th.
Cohen Zarbach.
So Cohen Zarbach will hover around the 33-yard line, Yankton territory, waiting for it. And with the punting duties for Brookings, it is also Drew Johnson. And that's a pretty nice punt. It will take a Brookings bounce at the Yankton 40 to the Yankton 35. Cohen Zarbach is going to let this one die on its own as it is touched by Brookings at the Yankton 28-yard line. And as Yankton will have their second offensive drive of the game.
Yeah, and last drive you saw a lot of rollout passes, couple runs. Yankton with good field position, probably obviously on that last drive we're hoping to get 7. But either way, I think they'll take getting points on the board now with a chance to add to that here on their second drive.
So 8:45 to go here in the first. Yankton leading Brookings 3-0 on homecoming. As Lucas Gamshoff in the shotgun, he has 2 receivers near side, 1 far. He has an H-back and Matthew Sheldon, who gets the handoff. He goes up the middle. But I think that's going to be his biggest gain of the season, Josh, as he gets to the Yankton 44-yard line. That is plenty for a Yankton first down, a big gain on the play.
And that's a big man to tackle there, number 5, Matthew Sheldon. Nice run there, and he's been using a hybrid role throughout the year, but nice play on that one.
Evan Sirk now will get his turn with the football as he gets about a yard past the line of scrimmage and is brought down by a host of Bobcats. Bring up 2nd and 9 for Yankton, a gain of a yard.
Yeah, simple halfback dive there, trying to keep something going. Good job by the Brookings front to get penetration and get a tackle right about the line of scrimmage.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Evan Sirk, the lone back. Kamshoff in the shotgun. He will step up in the pocket and toss just behind Peyton Peterson. Peterson had to go on his back heel. Josh kind of spin his body backwards and wasn't able to get there in time.
Yeah, and that's a tough play to make. I mean, Kamshoff was on the run as he was throwing that ball. That's a hard throw and catch to make in that situation. Yankton wasn't able to come up with it.
And Lucas Kamshoff on the season, 73 of 139, 53% completion percentage, over 1,100 yards in the air. Trying to add to that right now as he again steps up the pocket. He's looking toward the center of the field. Tucker Gilmore brings it in at the Brookings 35, and will have some yards after the catch as he is settled in at the Brookings 24. That is plenty for a Yankton Bucks first down. Or is it, Josh, as we just saw a flag get thrown?
Yeah, there is a penalty flag on the field. It looks like this is going to be a holding on the Bucks, so that big play's coming back here for Yankton. Now looking at a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, so that is coming back for Yankton. You know, I know it's not your fault, Josh, but you're just kind of a buzzkill when I get excited, and then you just keep mentioning these flags.
I know. I'm not here to kill your joy, but that was one where I gotta tell our listeners and viewers the truth. I can't help it.
So 3rd and 19 for Yankton. Empty backfield now for Kamshoff. 2 receivers near side, too far. And now Kamshoff again steps to the pocket, has to roll out under some pressure. And he does have an incomplete pass, which may have also been jolted out of his hand a bit. I think there was some confusion on the Brookings sideline, maybe a fumble, but it was an incomplete pass, arm going forward. But either way, Josh, that brings up 4th down, and the Yankton punt crew coming out.
Yeah, and this Brookings defense is doing a good job of generating pressure here, especially on this second drive. That was Josiah Thomas who got in there on that one on 3rd down. Going to be interesting to see how that develops throughout the game.
Josue Trujillo takes a low snap and sends off a really nice punt for Yankton. And fair catch is called at the Brookings, about the 30-yard line. And that was fair called by Gavin Hamrick. And that is where Brookings will take over offensive duties.
Yeah, and this is a Brookings team that tried to get the run going on that first drive. Really weren't able to find success. Got behind the sticks early on that and had to throw on 3rd and long. They're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to try to get into 2nd and 3rd and short and keep the ball on the ground. Try to shorten this game and keep the Yankton offense off the field.
7:32 to go in the first. Yankton holding on to a 3-0 lead. Brookings trying to change that. 2 receivers right side. And 1 wing back who's set in motion. And Hunnemer to pass to the middle of the field. Broken up by Tucker Gilmore. The intended target being Will Conrad. And Will Conrad, 4 touchdowns on the season, Josh, and all the touchdowns for the Brookings Bobcats.
Yeah, and he's a dynamic athlete. You saw him in the return game as well earlier in this one on kickoff return for Brookings. Maybe had a little bit of space there, but either way, Gilmore closed that down and almost had a pick.
2nd and 10 for Brookings. Ball in their own 30. Yankton crowding the box, trying to fight this wing T offense, and handoff up the middle, and Matthew Sheldon and another Yankton Buck in there for the tackle.
It looked like it was Sheldon who was in on that as well. Like you said, I couldn't see who the other number was, but either way, do you think this Brookings defense is getting tired of seeing number 5 already?
I think it was Bryce Crawl, best name in the game. Bryce Crawl in on that tackle as well. So 3rd and 8 now for Brookings. Ball on their own 32-yard line. 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter here this evening. As Hunnemer getting his offense set in the shotgun position. Yankton waiting patiently. There's the snap, chest high snap. Looking to pass, and he's brought down in the backfield by Yankton. It's Matthew Sheldon. Sheldon unleashes a bombshell in the backfield and a big loss of yards for Brookings. Look at that, Josh.
Wow, what a play by the linebacker, running right through the middle of the defense and laying the boom, like you said. Nice hit there. Good job by this Yankton defense to get off the field. Linebacker stepping up early with Matthew Sheldon. Like you mentioned, Bryce Crawl, who is playing for Shaler Platte tonight.
One of the last Yankton Bucks you want to see bearing down on you is Matthew Sheldon.
Yeah, and we actually last week had a had a guy on the administrative staff for T look at us and say, number 5 is a grown man. And we're like, yeah, mortgage, everything like that. But, yeah, big guy and an impressive football player.
And so the punt happened for Yankton. Corwin Zarbach let it die in the turf. Yankton will take over on their own 41-yard line. And Lucas Kamshoff and company coming back out, trying to add to this lead. I was going over Kamshoff's numbers earlier. 9 touchdowns in the air this season, Josh. 5 interceptions, but also 3 rushing touchdowns. 230 yards per game in the air for Kamshoff. Really, the air raid has worked as we have trips receivers to the right side. And it's a pass over to Peyton Peterson, line of scrimmage. He turns upfield. He'll have a big gain, enough for a first down as it gets into Brookings territory. And that, as I said, Josh, is a Bucks first down.
Yeah, nice job there. Little simple bubble screen to Peterson, extension of the run game, and nice play there by Peterson to turn on the Jets once he got the ball.
So ball on the Brookings 42. It's a handoff going up the middle. It's Sirk, and Sirk is knocked to the turf at the Brookings 38. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, and those 3 4-yard runs are so important. You saw it last night in the Thursday night football game with the Lions. It's body blows. Those 3 4-yard runs are so important and a staple of this Yankton offense, too.
And Kamshoff, chest high snap, handoff to Sirk. Goes between the guard and the right tackle. He cuts to the middle of the field to the left side of the right hash marks, Josh. I think he just was one cut away from taking that to the house.
Yeah, we talked about those jabs, those body blows, but, the power punch works, too, and that was a nice play there from Evan Sirk up the middle.
So first down for Yankton. Ball now on the Brookings 24-yard line. 2-back set. And Austin Goebel was in the backfield. He got the handoff, and he is brought down after a yard gain or so. It'll bring up second and almost no gain, I guess. So second and 10 for the Bucks.
And that was a different look there for the Bucks. They do 2-back sets, but you don't really see Goebel in that position too often. He gets the carry there on first down.
Trips receivers left, 1 right. Kamshoff and Sirk in the backfield. Kamshoff looking to pass, and ball is knocked to the turf. And it was defended by, I'm trying to see who this was. I think that was Samuel Jacks. I'm not sure. Oh, no, Gabriel Stern. Excuse me. So Gabriel Stern for Brookings knocks that one to the turf. Brings up 3rd and 10 now for Yankton. And the same formation. Kamshoff to Gilmore. Gilmore just short of the sticks, trying to keep turning the wheels for the first down. He'll have the first down. And now it will be 1st and goal for Yankton as he is slowed up at the Brookings 9-yard line.
Yeah, about the 9-yard line. That was a very similar look to second down. Went back to that hitch on the outside, found Gilmore for the first down.
Handoff, Sirk. Sirk trying to turn his way upfield, and he is slowed down either at the line, Josh, or a very short gain.
Yeah, not much there on that one, and that's something the Brookings defense has been doing a pretty good job outside of one big play from Sirk, where they've been able to contain that run up the middle early here in the first quarter.
Yeah, their backs have been up against their own end zone, and they've, I guess just you could say, good red zone defense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so now we have Kamshoff sending Peyton Peterson in motion on the far side. And now it's Kamshoff tossed to the end zone behind Austin Goebel. We do have a flag out on the field thrown by the back judge.
Going to be interested to see which way this one goes. That could really be anything. The back judge kind of has a full view of the field. Going to be interested to see what the call is. Thinking maybe either pass interference. They're going to call holding on the defense there. So that, I believe.
So remains second down, half the distance to the goal. So the ball will be placed at about the 4-yard line or so. And, Josh, I didn't say it out loud, but I did bet that was on the defense. So you owe me a Josh Boelter $1.
You did? Well, I was going to say it was on the defense. The ref got out there and made the call, and I was totally not going to say that. Yep. You're right. All right, second down and 5 now here for the Bucks from the 5.
And so it's a handoff up the middle, and you can count it. Yankton has their first touchdown of homecoming on the carry. Evan Sirk. Or was that Sheldon, actually?
I believe it was Matthew Sheldon, the big H-back here, that hybrid role, making plays on defense and now on offense, getting a touchdown on that drive. Nice job there.
Yankton being sneaky with us, giving it to the up back. I was looking at Sirk the entire time, so yeah. Matthew Sheldon having himself a nice game so far as Trujillo is out for the extra point. Easton Nelson to hold. And nice snap, nice hold, and a nice kick. Yankton leads 10-0 over Brookings. 3:53 to go in the first quarter. That was a trip to the Red Zone. Red Zone brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. That scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Core Trust is doubling down on Bucks points, which means for every 1 point Yankton scores, they're doubling that money to the Yankton Booster Club. So that's another $14 going there tonight. We'll take a 30-second break. Come back here at Crane-Youngworth Field. This is Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450, Yankton's home team.
Shop Easy wishes all area student athletes the best of luck this sports season. Shop Easy offers everything you need for driving to the game. Hot and cold food and drinks, in-store specials, Cenex gas and diesel, and easy parking. Shop Easy is owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation and is open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. for your convenience. Make positive memories with your family and friends this school year, beginning with a stop at Shop Easy, just south of the Discovery Bridge on Highway 81, a proud supporter of all area students and athletes.
And Trujillo kicks off to Brookings. Will be a return attempt, bobbled at first, but then the return is successful. Very successful, going to the middle of the field all the way to the Brookings 40-yard line, Josh. That was Hamrick, who received it around the 5, bobbled it, was still able to pick it up. Cut to the opposite side of the field, Josh, for an excellent kick return.
Yeah, nice job there by Hamrick. Had the drop, like you said, on the return, but was able to recover and get nice field position for a Brookings offense that's trying to get something going here on drive number 3.
And we had that Matthew Sheldon sacked last time around. Yankton has done a very nice job of slowing down the run up the middle. See if that continues here as Hunnemer in the shotgun. Man in motion. And jet sweep over to, I think that was Hamrick. And he's slowed down at the Brookings 39. And that was actually Mason Mathis.
How about
numbers are hard tonight?
Numbers are hard, but how about Bryce Crawl, the linebacker filling in for Shaler Platt tonight? They're making a nice tackle, setting the edge. Like I said, getting the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11 for the Bobcats. 3:15 to go in the first. And it is Mathis in motion in the back. He gets the handoff, tries to go off the left tackle, is slowed down after an inch's gain. And it'll be basically 3rd and the same with just a couple ticks over 3 minutes to go in the first.
Yeah, nice job by the Yankton front there, led by Edley Amaro, it looked like, and a couple Yankton Bucks. Really not giving up much there on that run, if anything.
So 3rd and 10 for Brookings. And see if Yankton could get another big stop here as they're crowding the box. Hunnemer the snap. He's looking to pass on the left side, and ball almost picked off by Austin Goebel, but he jumped it too early, and the reception is good for a Bobcat first down. And that was Alex Wainman on the reception. He enters the game 147 receiving yards, 29 per game, so he is a threat in the air, Josh.
Much needed first down there for the Bobcats. Needing to get something going on offense, getting the big play there.
So 2:13 to go in the first. Brookings is in Yankton territory. Hunnemer now rolling to his right, looking to pass under some pressure. Toss down the field. Intended target, Will Conrad. A decent pass. Conrad did have to come back toward the line of scrimmage just a little bit. It does hit the turf. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, the look was there for Brookings, though, where they had Conrad with just enough space to maybe come up with a completion there. Ball a little bit underthrown, but either way, the look there for the Bobcats.
So clock stops at 2:04. Yankton leading 10-0 here on homecoming versus the Brookings Bobcats. Ball on the Yankton 45. Brookings moving left to right on your screen or listening device. And a sweep out to Conrad. And Conrad gains positive yards, about a 2 or 3 yard gain, Josh. And Yankton doing a really nice job of just shutting down these edges.
Right, they're not giving much on the edge. That was an interesting play call, though, from Brookings. They sent Conrad there, who was in the slot, basically in motion behind the quarterback and used it as like a halfback toss almost on that play.
1:35 to go in the opening quarter. Yankton has three men down on the line. Huntemer has two receivers to the right side. He's looking to pass. Under pressure down the middle of the field. Conrad brings it in 2 yards short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th and 2. And you have to imagine that Brookings is just going to keep pushing, Josh.
Yeah, and this is one of those, the first time you really gotten anything going on offense early in this game. You're down 10-0 on Yankton's homecoming on the road. I think you got to take a chance here to try to maybe put some shock in this in the Yankton team as well as this crowd and make a big play on 4th.
Well, this is just that gray area on the field you and I are always talking about where a return could get to this point anyway, so why not, right? That's what they're going to do. So Huntemer under center now. And it's a toss out to Conrad. Conrad is met in the backfield by Yankton. The Bucks stops here on 4th down. Turnover on downs. Yankton Bucks take over offensive duties. What a defensive shutdown by the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, and that was a pitch play to Conrad once again. He came in motion. They had two blockers, the halfback and the fullback. Tucker Gilmore gets in there, slows it down, and it looked like Bodie Thurman and a returning Tyson Prouty were able to get in there, clean it up, and get the ball back for this Yankton offense.
And so Yankton takes over offensively with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Kampshoff in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He has nice time here. Steps up in the pocket. Look at downfield for Cohen Zarbach. And Zarbach does bring it in, but did he not establish himself is my question. Because I think he went out of bounds, Josh.
The official did throw his hat. That is usually the sign for that. But either way, Yankton's still moving they're still moving the ball down the field. This one might be coming back if Zarbach had stepped out of bounds.
I should be an official, Josh. I saw it.
Yeah, you did, and that's the telltale sign. If an official throws his hat down at a certain spot near the out-of-bounds marker, he's marking to see where it is, and they are calling that. That is illegal touching, and that'll bring the ball back for Yankton here.
Yeah, because I saw Colin Zarbach, and I could have sworn he had a couple of heels, maybe an entire leg out of bounds, so that will... Legal touching going on at Yankton.
Wide receiver ran out of bounds on his own. First one to come back in and touch it. First down again.
And so still first down, but now 1st and 15 for the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, and that's when you got to be careful. It's in a bang play like that. It's tough to tell maybe sometimes where that sideline is, but either way, and that's also a loss of down. So now it'll be 2nd and 15 for Yankton.
Oh, yeah, they just announced that. So 2nd and 15 as Kampshoff has two receivers on the left side. And now we'll send Connor Slaba in motion. Handoff up the middle for Yankton. It's a gain of 2 yards for Evan Sirk. And that'll make it 3rd and 13 for the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, 3rd and long here for Yankton. Going to be interesting to see here if they try to take a shot down the field, maybe try to convert a first down, or if they decide to run the ball here and just play it safe and not risk a turnover.
And trips receiver is left. And now it's Kampshoff. Pass to the right side. It's off the hands of Tucker Gilmore. And I'd have to imagine, Josh, that no matter how talented you are, when you have that many defenders around you as you're about to receive the ball, it may take your eyes off the ball just a tad.
Right, and that's a tough play to make, especially when ball might have hit Gilmore there in the hands, but that's one of those, if you try to catch that, you might get lit up in a sea of Brookings defenders on that play.
So 4th and 13, the punt crew out for Yankton with 3 seconds to go in the first. Low snap as Trujillo was able to recover, send out a decent punt, but it's going to go out of bounds at the Brookings 37-yard line. That ends the first quarter. Yankton on top of Brookings 10-0 here on homecoming at Crane-Youngworth Field. We'll be back in a minute here on KYNT, KYNTV.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
With life insurance, Rhonda Westland with State Farm's got you and your passions. You would do anything to protect your family and ensure that they have a bright future. But have you considered how your loved ones would continue on financially if you were no longer here? Life insurance is a simple and affordable way to answer that question. It allows you to say to your loved ones, "I've got you," and mean it. For more information, visit Rhonda Westland with State Farm at 1023 West 9th Street in Yankton.
And we'll go back to Crane-Youngworth Field, homecoming here as the 4-1 Yankton Bucks looking to go 5-1, and Brookings looking for their second victory of the season. And that quarter break was brought to you by Prime Hydration. It's time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel with 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar. You're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. Brookings has it on their own 45, now moving right to left on your screen listening device. It's a pass from Hunnemer. Intended target was
intended
for Mason Mathis, and he had that one. Josh just couldn't quite bring it in at about the Yankton 45.
Yeah, ball a little low in there on that one. Tried to slide to catch that one. Wasn't able to come up with it. Yankton catching a bit of a break there on the busted coverage.
Second quarter brought to you by FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank, and Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home. 2 receivers left, and now Will Conrad in motion behind Hunnemer. That's where he'll set up. Handoff to Conrad, trying to go off the right tackle. Yankton doing an excellent job again, Josh, of just shutting down the edges and just creating pressure there. Running backs have nowhere to go but straight forward.
Really shut down that run game, has this Yankton defense so far. Obviously, that's what Brookings wants to do, is run the football. And they really haven't had much success on that front early or through the first quarter, and some change here.
So 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. It's 3rd and 11 for the Bobcats. Ball on their own 44-yard line. Tyson Prouty just waiting there on the right edge. The snap, and it is brought in by Will No, not brought in by Will Conrad. Ball hits the turf harmlessly, and that brings up 4th down. The punt crew coming back out for Brookings.
Yeah, this has been an impressive effort so far from this Yankton defense, only giving up 1 first down, doing a really good job of finishing plays and hitting hard early on in this game.
And so it will be Drew Johnson to punt. Cohen Zarbach back to punt return. He's camped out about the Yankton 21-yard line. Almost a blocked punt. And the ball will be picked up by Cohen Zarbach. And, Josh, I thought that was about to be a disaster, as he eventually had to just topple the ball and jump on it, because I think he touched it thinking he's going to have an angle to try to return it, and didn't realize how many Brookings Bobcats were on top of him.
Yeah, there were a few Bobcats there, like you said, just trying to make a play. Wasn't able to catch it on the initial punt there, but either way, able to save it. And Yankton getting the ball back here, trying to get something going here on offense.
Ball on their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10, 11:02 to go in the first. Lucas Kamshoff from the shotgun, handoff, Matthew Sheldon, and he goes up the middle, runs over a couple Bobcats, and a gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, and that's the second time we've seen that dive play from the H-back, or third time actually, my apologies, on that H-back dive for Sheldon. It's worked really well so far.
It was a gain of 5, so 2nd and 5 now for Yankton. Evan Sirk gets a handoff, goes to the middle, now jumps out to the left hash marks, and he's able to haul a couple Bobcats with him for an extra yard, and that is a gain of about 2 on the play. Going to bring a 3rd and 3.
3rd and short here for the Bucks. Like you said, going to be interesting to see if they go for the run or if they try to air it out here on 3rd.
Sheldon in motion. Handoff, Sirk going up the right side. He has plenty of room. He has the first down and then some, as he's hit hard at the Yankton 44-yard line. So another big gain, about a 13-yard gain for the Bucks.
Nice run there by Sirk. They're going to try to keep him going, or get him going with him being the lead back tonight with no Shaler Platt.
Fresh set of downs, and it's a toss out to Sirk. Sirk gets about half the yards needed. He gets more than that. He gets the first down. He had second life, Josh, as he broke a couple tackles, gets into Brookings territory, and is slowed down at the Brookings 41.
Yeah, nice job there by Sirk. Broke a tackle and got a first down. I want to shout out a couple receivers on that play. Gilmore and Goebel with big blocks there, along with the offensive line, creating a huge hole for Sirk to get through.
And we have a timeout on the field taken by Brookings. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. You mentioned the blocking, Josh. It's not often that we give the block of the game to receivers, but while I'm thinking about it, I want to go ahead and do that. They've done an excellent job all season, the run blocking of this wide receiver group. That block league brought to you by H&R Block, open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call 665-3366. And while I have you here, I also want to remind folks that at halftime here at Homecoming, we will be showing the performance at halftime with the audio on and everything, so you can enjoy it on KYNTV, and then we'll pick up the very halftime show right after that performance. So make sure you stick around. If not just for Josh and I talking about stats in the out-of-town scoreboard, but also for the homecoming festivities on the field here at halftime at Crane-Youngworth Field. Yankton's offense comes back out. They are in Brookings territory, the Brookings 41-yard line. 9:42 to go in the first half. Yankton holding on to a 10-0 lead. It's Austin Goebel in motion far to near side. And now it's Kamshoff. He's rolling to his right. He's looking downfield for Carson Ness. Ness will bring it in at the Brookings 25, turn upfield, and is pushed out of bounds at the Brookings. I think they're going to put him at the right on top of the 20-yard line, so a big gain for Yankton.
Yeah, and Yankton's really seen something that they like with that rollout pass here. You've seen that go to that about 5 or 6 times in this game. Right there again for a big play.
It's almost a 20-yard completion. Now Evan Sirk gets the handoff, and he's brought down right behind the line. A loss of about a half a yard on the play. Let's just say 1. And so it'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Yankton Bucks.
And that was the dynamic pass rusher, Blake Canigator, for Brookings, who has 4 sacks in the season, blowing that one up in the backfield.
Kamshoff single back set. Handoff to Sirk, going up the middle, gets into the linebacking area, and in the red zone for Yankton. He is slowed down at the Brookings 14-yard line. And the red zone brought to you by Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. So 3rd and short for Yankton. Kamshoff, pitch option. He'll keep it himself. He'll do a spin move there right at the line of scrimmage. Very small gain, not even a yard. Now bring up 4th down, and the field goal crew is coming out for Yankton.
Yeah, interesting decision here. Got to take the points. Try to go up 13 here. Kamshoff had Sirk out on the pitch, but it looked like on that speed option there, it looks like it was kind of tough for him to get it out on that to Sirk on the play.
So Easton Nelson will receive this ball to hold at about, would you say, Josh, the 21s round up? So it'll be a 31-yard field goal attempt for Josue Trujillo. 3 of 3 on the season. Nice snap, nice hold, and the kick is through the uprights. It is good. Yankton leads 13-0 here at Crane on homecoming. 7:55 to go in the first half. That scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Core Trust is doubling down on Bucks points, which means for every 1 point Yankton scores, Core Trust Bank's $2 to the Yankton Booster Club. That's another $6 going there tonight. So far, $26 overall. We'll be back in 60 seconds here at Crane. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. With offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wegmere. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Larry's is more than heating and cooling. This is Miles. Let's start with fireplaces. Our showroom in Yankton is the largest and has many different styles of gas fireplaces. Next is duct cleaning. You'll be amazed at how much dust and dirt we pull out of your ducts. That leads into indoor air quality. With high-tech UV lighting, your indoor air will be the cleanest it can be, or with a humidifier, we can control your entire home's humidity. While we're the best around for heating and cooling, we're pretty great at some other things too. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
And the kickoff, and it's returned for Brookings, and a nice return at that as they get to their own 30-yard line. But we do have a flag being thrown. I think it's going to be holding going on Brookings. It will. So that will negate that kick return, Josh.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate break there for the Bobcats. One really bright spot I feel like this team has had early on is their kick returns, and had a decent one there taken away with the penalty.
So we get the official call.
Number 14 on the receiving team. Be first down.
It's actually an illegal block in the back, so see where they put them here. And Yankton again leading 13-0 here. It was 7:49 to go in the first half. Ball will be set up on the Brookings 11-yard line.
Yeah, tough field position here for an offense trying to get something going here in this first half. Not out of this game by any means, only down 2 scores.
And so now it is Hunnemer. Has one running back right off his right hip. Man in motion at the line. Hunnemer looking to pass downfield and right off of the right hand of Bergen Tetzlaff. And that would have been a one-handed grab, Josh, but it would have been a really nice reception, but incomplete pass.
Right, that's a big target there, running down the field. Almost was able to come down with that ball. Had a bit of a look, but unfortunately for this Brookings offense, not able to come up with that one.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Bobcats. And now Hunnemer checking his play wristband. The tempo has kind of slowed down here. And Hunnemer. Pass in the middle, ball deflected and incomplete. Nice job at the Yankton line. Josh, someone got a paw up there.
Yeah, I didn't see who it was. I thought it might have been number 8, Bryce Crawl, got his hand on that one. But either way, one thing to know, when that ball gets tipped by a lineman for the defense, it's free game for corners and linebackers to push around a receiver after a ball gets tipped. So I know we saw a player get pushed there, so no pass interference due to the tip.
I'll give Bryce Crawl credit. Bryces have to stick together, you know. 7:41 to go in the first half. It's 3rd and 10 for Brookings. Hunnemer. Shotgun snap, under pressure, toss in the middle of the field. Again, an almost completion. Austin Goebel did a really nice job putting pressure on Alex Wainman on the breakup. So nice job by Austin Goebel. That was around the Brookings 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was perfect timing on that one. The receiver on that, Wainman, had a look and looked like he was going to come in or bring that one down, but Goebel was able to get his hand in there at the last second and break it up.
And one thing I'm noticing, Josh, is Brookings is really trying to attack through the air, and that kind of wasn't the scouting report on them going into the game. I think they've heard about this Yankton run defense, and they're trying to test out their luck in the air. This now is the punt received in the end zone. And ball returned by Cohen Zarbach at the Brookings 45. Cuts to the near side at the 40 and is forced out of bounds. So excellent field position to start for the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, nice little return there. Now set up in good field position for this Buck offense, who have been able to score points. But Bryce, you got to think they're wanting to score touchdowns instead of taking field goals.
Bucks take over, first down, 10 yards to go.
And so 7:26 to go in the first half. And it is Lucas Kamshoff sending Austin Goebel in motion near to a far side handoff. Evan Sirk, he goes up the middle and is slowed down at the Brookings 32-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, nice little run there. Drive starter, cut the sticks in half. Sitting in a second and manageable now for the Buck offense.
You know, Austin Goebel far to near side. Kamshoff looking to pass. Looking downfield. Pass is broken up from Peyton Peterson. We do have a flag out in the field. That's going to be pass interference. And what did you see on that one, Josh?
Yeah, Austin Anderson, the cornerback there, got there a little bit early on that one, and he's going to get flagged for pass interference.
And also a really nice shout out to Austin Conway, Josh, the freshman, stepping in at left tackle. I've been kind of keeping an eye over there, doing an excellent job of protecting Lucas Kamshoff's back, and just really stepped into a tough position at T and really hasn't missed a beat.
Yeah, he's played really well, and it's one thing, if you don't mention a lineman's name, that means they're doing something right. He's been doing a good job as a freshman coming in here and starting in a big spot on homecoming.
You know, Kamshoff, shotgun hand out to Evan Sirk, out to the 10, to the 5, to the corner. You can count it. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. You can put 6 up on the board. Evan Sirk, the muscle, gets into the painted red there, Josh. And Yankton now leading 19-0.
Nice job by Sirk there. Took a second, used his patience to look for a hole, and as soon as he saw the hole, turned on the jets and got it in for 6. Nice play there for a Yankton offense that was looking for an explosive play and found one there from the running back, Sirk.
And now Trujillo out to kick the extra point. And it is good. So 20-0 lead for Yankton over Brookings. That scoring drive is brought to you by Core Trust Bank, doubling down on Bucks points and doubling it to the Yankton Booster Club. That is another $14 going to the Yankton Booster Club. Again, Yankton 20, Brookings nothing. 6:54 to go in the first half. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back here to Crane-Youngworth Field, Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
This sports season, keep your athlete hydrated with sparkling ice. Choose from a rainbow of colors and flavors, each sourced from nature with vitamins, antioxidants, and zero sugar. Sparkling ice. Tease your taste buds with tropical flavor. And rehydrate with Prime Hydration. The perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor.
I'm Colby Kukta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT. Call 605-665-4567 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. I'm Colby Kukta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
And welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field. And Brookings does return to the their own 30-yard line. And Yankton's offense seems to have found a new groove, Josh.
Yeah, they really did there on that last drive. Nice play from Sirk for the touchdown. They'll find themselves up 3 scores here midway through the second quarter.
And so now it is Hunemer, who's brought down in the backfield, a sack by Yankton. And who is it, Josh? The return of Tyson Prouty.
Yeah, nice sack there on that one, getting a big play, putting Brookings behind the sticks once again for the explosive sack, and like you said, nice job from the returning Tyson Prouty.
And so second and 18 now for the Bobcats. How good does that feel for Tyson Prouty? You know, missing a handful of games early on in the year. He went down very early in that first game of the season just to get that big play. So a high snap, Hunemer looking to pass, and ball intercepted by Yankton. To the 20, this is going to go all the way to the house. Carson Ness, a pick 6 for the Yankton Bucks. Nice. That'll do it, Josh.
Yeah, nice job there by Ness, getting the pick and taking it to this house. This defense is a weapon within itself. They are a threat to score points and make big plays. You saw it on back-to-back plays with the sack and then the pick 6 here, and now Yankton trying to add to this with the extra point.
Carson Ness read that play the entire time from the secondary, stepped up into the box, got into the passing lane, and had a clear line of sight for the end zone as Trujillo will try to make this a 27-0 lead, and he does. Yankton on top, 27-0. That's another $14 to the Yankton Booster Club from Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points. And, wow, just now the Yankton offense and defense working in sync, Josh. This is the performance we thought we were going to see from these Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, and this has really been a complete performance. This defense is special, and you've seen it tonight. Only giving up 1 first down. They get the pick there and take it to the house. Really an impressive performance from a really, really good defense.
Back in 30 seconds from Crane, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family.
We have an experienced and extremely caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments.
With an office located in the heart of Yankton at 1818 Broadway, we're centrally located for all patients in the area.
Whether you need fillings, crowns, or bridges, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox,
contact Elwood Family Dental Care today.
And the kick return, Will Conrad has it at the Brookings 25-yard line. That's where he is spun to the turf, make it the 26. Or did I just hear the 24? Is anyone going to decide where we're placing this ball, Josh?
Looks like right actually about the 25, 26-yard line here.
Meet in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. You say 24, PA says 26. We'll go 25. That sound good?
Yeah, right at the 25. So the 25-yard line for Brookings, 5:55 to go in the first half. Yankton on top, 27-0. Trying to win here on homecoming. As Hunnemer and this Bobcat offense will try again. Hunnemer the snap, the pass out to the right side over the head of Will Conrad. And Conrad does have some speed. He gets out to the edges very quickly.
Yeah, he really does, and that was one where defense once again got to the edge quickly. Ball sailed a little bit there for Brookings.
So the clock stops at 5:52. Are we going to mention, Josh? I don't think we have the massive crowd here at Crane. And you and I talked about it off mic, actually. We'll talk about that in a second. It's a handoff up the middle, and with the carry.
Tripped up by number 5, Matthew Sheldon.
Did you see who that was? That Mathis?
Looked like it was Matheson on that one.
Jay Harris.
Jay Harris. Okay, my apologies. Jay Harrison on that one. Gain of about 5. That's what this Brookings offense wants to do, though. Haven't really found any success in the pass game, trying to go back to the run here and set up a third manageable.
So 3rd and 5 for Brookings. 5:25 to go in the first half. Handoff to Harris again. He gets the Brookings first down with a yard to spare. That will move the chains. Brookings now on their own 36-yard line.
Yeah, nice run there. If it worked once, might as well go back to it. You see it there again on 3rd and 5. A much-needed first down for this Brookings offense.
First down, 10 yards to go.
And so now under center is Hunnemer. We don't see this a lot anymore.
Yeah, it's not something you see a lot, especially in today's game, but Brookings likes to use it.
And going out the middle is Harris again. If it works once, it will work twice. It may work 3 times, Josh. This is about a 5 or 6 yard gain for Brookings.
Yeah, and it's a simple fullback dive, and they're able to get about 5-6 yards of carry on that these last 3 times they've ran it. Interesting to see if they go back to it here again for a 4th straight play.
So 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats. Ball on their own 42-yard line. A couple takes over 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Hunnemer sends Hamrick in motion behind him. Hamrick gets the handoff, goes off the left tackle, and is slowed down after a gain of 2. And Bryce Krall there to slow him down. So that was, Bryce Krall.
About a gain of 2 or 3, though, but once again, that keeps Brookings on schedule in a 3rd and manageable here, trying to move the sticks.
So 3rd down and 2 for Brookings. 3:58 to go in the first half. One receiver on the far side of the field. We have that 2-back set. We have the blocking back. And here you go again, but this time it won't work, Josh, as Jay Harris gets the carry, and he stopped right at the line. And on the stop, that was Derek Beal, the 6', 285-pound senior. That'll be his 8.5 tackle this season.
Nice play by Beal there on 3rd down. Now Brookings going for it.
So 4th and 2, we have a flight coming in from the behind the formation, but it was a stop for Yankton regardless. We'll see what this call is, Josh.
Yeah, stop, like you said. It's going to be interesting to see if that was an illegal motion or possibly a false start. If it's a false start, that play should have been blown dead. But since it was a legal motion, they're going to decline the penalty, and Yankton's going to get the ball here at about the Brookings 44-yard line.
The turnover on downs. Yankton's defense does it again, Josh. They have been so excellent, not just tonight, but all season long. Yankton's offense takes over on the Brookings 45-yard line. So Lucas Kamshoff and company. Evan Cirk the back. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Peyton Peterson in motion. He'll rejoin the line. Kamshoff rolls. It's tossed. Tucker Gilmore gets to the Brookings 35 to the 30 and is brought down at the Brookings 25-yard line. And Tucker Gilmore, the most reliable target for Yankton this season, entered the game, Josh, 349 yards receiving and a couple touchdowns.
And that was a creative play there from Yankton. Fake the pitch, throw it in the flat to Gilmore.
Hand off to Cirk. Cirk bounces in the middle, tries to bounce to the outside. He is met by a host of Bobcats after a 3-yard gain. They'll bring up about 2nd and 7 for Yankton, getting closer to the red zone.
Yeah, like you said, getting close to the red zone. About a 2, maybe 3-yard gain there on first down for Cirk on the carry.
Empty backfield. Kamshoff pass to Matthew Sheldon at the 15 to the 5. You can count it. The bombshell goes off. Matthew Sheldon in there for the score. Just a straight shot into the end zone. Josh, a very quick pass from Kamshoff to Matthew Sheldon.
Yeah, and that was a good read there by Kamshoff. The linebacker was coming down the open gap in the A gap there, blitzing. Kamshoff reads it and just dumps it off to Sheldon, streaking up the middle of the field.
And so Trujillo out for the extra point. Nice snap. Nice hold. And the extra point is good. Yankton leads 34-0. 2:37 to go in the first half. The scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Another $14 to the Yankton Booster Club. They're doubling down on Yankton points all season long. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV.
Bauman rolls left, steps back, fires backside. Jack Martins is open. He's got the catch at the 5. He leaps. He's in. Touchdown, South Dakota. Let the party begin. The Coyote football team is set to host Missouri Valley Football Conference newcomer Murray State on Saturday, October 7th at 2 o'clock for the annual Dakota Days game. The game is presented by Core Trust Bank and South Dakota Beef Industry Council. Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Hey Yankton, are you a handy person? Are you looking to get down and dirty? With full-time benefits and great pay. This is Barrick from Hydro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team, where every day is something new, from electrical all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Where no day is like the next, Hydro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hydro, you'll be part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today at jobs.hydro.com. That's jobs.hydro.com. Search Yankton.
All right, welcome back. We had the kickoff from Yankton, but we had a penalty, Josh.
Yeah, and that kick went out of bounds from Trujillo there, and that's going to set up Brookings with good field position, about the 35 here for the Bobcat offense.
2:37 to go in the first half. Brookings moving right to left. And Yankton looking for another shutdown on the defensive side of the ball. And in the shotgun, it is Hunnemer looking to pass in the middle of the field and above his intended target. That was Bergen Tetzloff. And just a little high.
Yeah, just a little high. Hunnemer had a lot of pressure in his face on that ball.
So bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers left. A single back set. And Hunnemer Takes the shotgun snap, pass up to Will Conrad. It is completed, and Conrad will get a gain of about 6 yards on the play. That will bring up 3rd and 4 for Brookings.
Yeah, that's a tough throw to make on that out route there across the field. Nice pitch and catch there from Hunnemer over to Conrad there. Now 3rd and manageable once again here for this Brookings offense.
So Hunnemer trying to hurry up Brookings offense a little bit, trying to get them to join the line quicker. 2 receivers far side now, just flip it from the previous play. Hunnemer, 2 pass out in the flat, and wow, what a hit.
Donald rounds on that play. He saw the swing route to the running back, and he lit him up there on 3rd down, and I do believe Brookings has a player down now here after the play. I'm not sure if that's the back or who that is in that play.
I believe that is I don't want to even say who I think it is because I don't want to be wrong. But, yeah, once we find out the number, I'll let you know. But I hope he's okay. But that was just a hard hit delivered from Donald Rounds. And you don't want to presume anything, Josh. But the best case, I'm really just hoping that maybe the wind got knocked out of him. That was just a really hard hit in the flat on the far side of the field. So the trainers are out. And, of course, we pan away for that. And we'll go ahead and step aside for this injury timeout here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Yankton leading 34-0, 1:55 to go in the first half. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet? After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most. Your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
So that was Jay Harris, Josh, that took the hit. He leaves the game, and now we have punting going on for Brookings. Is Drew Johnson to punt. He gets it at about the 25, takes his time, and unleashes a punt. It'll hit the Yankton 25, take a Brookings bounce all the way, maybe inside the 5, and it is. Brookings is going to pin Yankton on their own 1 yard line, Josh. That is the punt you want to see if you're Brookings.
Yeah, that's a perfect punt right there, rolling all the way down to the 1 yard line. Making it to a situation now where Yankton, you got to wonder if they're going to be trying to be aggressive here, backed up inside their own 5 yard line with this football.
Fumblerooski,
you calling your shot on this one?
Yep, that's what you want to do on your own 1 yard line.
All right, we'll make a deal. If it's literally any other play, I get all my Josh Boelter dollars back.
I don't know. What's that little Giants play you were talking about? What's it again?
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Basically a Fumblerooski, but yes.
All right.
Same thing.
So Lucas Kamshoff will have the ball in the shotgun about halfway into his own end zone here. As I get up my binocular, Josh. And handoff going up the middle. And very close to a safety. It's Evan Sirk just getting outside of the end zone, Josh. And I mean just outside of it.
Yeah, not much space to give here. No room for error for this Buck offense, trying to avoid giving up a safety.
So the ball on the 2 yard line. And Kamshoff will try this again. He rolls out to his right. He's looking to pass, looking downfield, and he does have Cohen Zarbach at the 20 to the 25, spins upfield, and is slowed down at the Yankton 28-yard line. A 26-yard reception from Lucas Kamshoff to Cohen Zarbach.
Yeah, nice play there to Zarbach, rolling out Kamshoff. Now all of a sudden cooking with fire here on offense.
Kamshoff sends Goebel in motion. He's rolling to his left now. Looking downfield, he has Carson Ness. Carson Ness brings it in and is forced out of bounds at the Yankton 46-yard line. Another Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, and Yankton's been doing a really good job of rolling Kamshoff out of the pocket on designed quarterback throws on rollouts like that. And you saw it on these last 2 plays once again.
And Kamshoff kind of slowing down the offense just a little bit here. They have time. 3 receivers to the right side. Low snap, picks it up. And pass out to the flat to Matthew Sheldon. And Sheldon is slowed down at the Yankton 49-yard line. And we I believe had a timeout.
Yeah, Yankton's going to take that first timeout, second and about 6 here from midfield. You got those timeouts with 45 seconds left. Might as well use them.
Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football leading Brookings 34-0. Under a minute to go in the first half. Again, we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
All right, second and 7. They need to fix the scoreboard. 2nd and 7 for Yankton. And Cam Schaff steps up in the pocket, tosses to Tucker Gilmore into Brookings territory. And is hit pretty hard, but he goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Very much enough for a Yankton Bucks first down. The chains move. The Yankton Bucks offense moves ever closer into the red zone. And hopefully a Yankton Bucks touchdown will follow.
Yeah, that was a nice throw there from Kamshoff. The Brookings defense had literally formed a triangle around Gilmore there, and Kamshoff was still able to fit it in.
Trips receivers right, one left. Evan Sirk running co-pilot with Kamshoff. Kamshoff under some pressure, has to roll it to his left. And he is looking for Evan Sirk just past the line of scrimmage, a little low. Sirk had to try to pick it out of the turf, unable to do so. Incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the team in red.
Yeah, and I believe that was Blake Canagator who was getting the pressure on that one. He has 4 sacks on the season. Does the sophomore edge rusher, really making a difference this year for this Brookings defense. Got pressure on that one.
Now Austin Goebel in motion, far to near side. Kamshoff steps up into the left side. Looking downfield, we have a flag going on behind the formation. 96% of the time, Josh, has a holding on the offense, and it is. So that'll back up Yankton.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden 2nd and 20 here for the Bucks. Brookings forcing the penalty on that one.
So 26 seconds to go in the first half.
Holding, number 78 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
So a 10-yard penalty going on at Yankton. And now will be 2nd and long for the Bucks.
Yeah, 2nd about 20, though. But if you're Yankton, you got those 2 timeouts and a really good kicker if you get into field goal range.
Kamshoff is about to snap, but we have a whistle. Maybe a clock thing. All right, now we'll try this again, Josh. And Kamshoff claps his hands, gets the snap. Nice protection for Yankton. Looking downfield. No, he'll keep it himself. He gets out to the Brookings 35, to the 30, back to the original line of scrimmage. And that is at the Brookings 29-yard line. Nice scamper for Lucas Kamshoff.
Yeah, nice scamper there for about a gain of 12 and to get out of bounds, save those 2 timeouts. Interesting to see what Yankton dials up here now on 3rd and 8. Don't be surprised if they roll Kamshoff out possibly. We've seen that a lot tonight.
So as you said, 3rd and 8, ball on the Brookings 29-yard line. Kamshoff does roll to his right side. He's looking downfield for Matthew Sheldon off of his fingertips at the 25-yard line. Incomplete pass. Brings up 4th and 8. And Trujillo is coming out here. Here we go, Josh.
Yeah, long field goal. It's going to be interesting to see if he can make this one. Hasn't missed a field goal yet on the season. He's going to have a chance here on this one.
So it will be a 46-yard field goal. Very much his longest of the season. And this will be just a booming field goal for the Yankton Bucks. Austin Conway, the snapper. Easton Nelson, the holder. The snap, the whistle. And do we have a freeze in the kicker situation?
I think that might have been what happened. It looks like, I don't know, looks like it's delay a game on the Yankton offense. Now all of a sudden you got to imagine with that kick going wide left and a little bit short.
Let him go for 56, Josh. Set the Yankton record.
Yes, it looks like Yankton, though, is going to bring the offense back out here on 4th and 13 from about the 34-yard line. Maybe just take a shot at the end zone or possibly at that first down with 2 timeouts.
And so they are going to bring the offense back out. You ask Josue, I'm telling you, he'll tell you he'd be able to do it. Empty backfield for Lucas Kamshoff. 3 receivers right to left. Ball on the Brookings 29-yard line. And the snap, he's looking downfield, pass to Tucker Gilmore. Gilmore has the first down. He gets down to the Brookings 16-yard line. The clock is ticking. Did they call timeout yet? But we do have a Bobcat down on the field. It is a Bobcat, right, Josh? Or is that a Buck?
I believe that actually is Tucker Gilmore who's down on the field.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
For Yankton after Gilmore came up with a tough catch and I think might have laid a hit himself after making the catch, and he was down on the field, and you never want to see that. One of the more dynamic players for this Yankton offense. But he's getting up now here with Yankton, getting a chance maybe to get another try at a field goal here, sitting at about the 16-yard line.
Yes, Tucker Gilmore will come off, and 4 seconds to go in the first half. 34-0 lead for Yankton. Ball in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. So Trujillo out for the field goal. This one will be a 33-yard field goal. 1 yard short of his longest this season. Austin Conway, the snapper. Easton Nelson, the holder. And we have a whistle. Timeout called by Yankton. And so we will discuss things further. Timeout's brought to you by Hedro in Yankton. When one of Yankton's biggest and best employers, when you're ready for a break and looking for a new career direction, visit jobs@hedro.com. Ready to keep it right here. Can't risk missing this. So, yeah, Trujillo on the season. Josh, let's look at his numbers. This is coming into this game. 22 of 23 extra points and 2 of 2 in field goals, 34 being his longest. He hit a... Does he have 2 field goals today?
He has 2 field goals tonight. Trying to go for a third here in this first half and try to add to the Bucks' lead.
So used sparingly in the field goal game early in the season, but tonight being tasked with quite a few opportunities. So a 33-yard attempt from the left hash marks is coming up here. Again, Austin Conway, the snapper. Easton Nelson, the holder. Nice snap, nice hold, and the kick is up and just short and just left. No good. So Yankton has a 34-0 lead at halftime. And we have your Avera halftime show around the corner. Remember, we will be showing the performance here at Crane-Youngworth Field when that happens. We'll have the audio up and everything so you can enjoy the performance here tonight. And I think they're going to get set and come out. So we'll take a break. We'll come back right when we know they are beginning. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
Owning your own home or business is more than walls, floors, and a roof. It's what's inside that matters most. Protect your assets, your cherished keepsakes, and your family with a home security system professionally installed by Yankton Computer and Network Services. They have the devices and expert technicians to help you protect what matters most. Call Yankton Computer and Network Services 664-2222 or stop at 1901 Broadway.
Enjoy some Yankton hospitality at the Fairfield Inn and Suites or the Holiday Inn Express. As the newest hotel in Yankton, the Fairfield offers you a comfortable, relaxing stay in modern rooms. For business travelers, Fairfield is the perfect place to rest after a long day of work or use their meeting room for small meetings. The Holiday Inn Express features large family rooms, hot breakfast, and free happy hour. To get a great rate and flexible reservation changes for either hotel, call the Fairfield or Holiday Inn Express direct.
And welcome back to the Avera halftime show. And we will be showing the Yankton High School band when it is time. The reason we are not letting you listen to the dance performance, which is very good on the field, is we don't want to get copyright restricted, Josh.
Yes, that would not be good, so we don't want that.
While we are waiting, let's just go ahead and have a couple talking points for the Yankton Bucks. I don't know, where do you start, Josh? A great offensive performance, defensive performance. We'll have the stats later on in the halftime show, but just kind of your 30,000-foot view of what's happened so far. Yankton Bucks coming out hot.
Yeah, and this defense has been dynamic, and they've been physical. Really not giving up much in the run game. You had the pick 6 there from Ness as well. Really just a complete performance from the defense in the first half.
Yeah, I would agree. And just to remind folks, and I don't know if it's going to apply or not, but the running clock rule in the state of South Dakota, Class 11 AA, if there's a 35-point lead anytime after halftime, going into the second half, so a third or fourth quarter, it is a running clock. Right now, Yankton is at 34 points, so any score in Brookings doesn't answer, that will be a running clock in the second half. So it's something to keep an eye on going forward. And again, this is the Avera halftime show. Thank you for joining us. Avera moving health forward. And during this halftime break, we will have your out-of-town scoreboard, your stat recap, your halftime key to a victory, just to name a couple things. But we're here in the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth. Get great rates and easy changes at the Fairfield Inn and Suites by calling direct at 605-653-2250. And why don't we just go ahead and jump into the out-of-town scoreboard quick, Josh, while we have an opportunity. Or are they bringing out the band right now? All right, we're going to go ahead and show the performance here at the Avera halftime show. This is Yankton High School Band. As we wait for the performance to officially begin here at Crane, as the band is all set up and in formation here. Thank you for joining us here on the Avera halftime show.
Tribute to those who serve in the military in our 2023 field marching show. Entitled Letters Home, newly enlisted Army soldier Peter shares his experiences and fears with his wife Rose as she prays for his safe return home. Led onto the field today by drum majors Ava Reyes and Oliver Rindo, the Yankton Band now performs Letters Home in memory of some, in honor of all. Yankton High School drum majors Ava Reyes, Oliver Rindo, is your band ready? You may take the field in exhibition.
made it to our new base without issue, but the CO says things are going to escalate quickly. I met a new friend. Don't know his real name, but everybody calls him Ted. We promised to watch each other's backs. I've told him all about you. I miss you so much, and I love you more than life itself. I can't wait to hold you in my arms again. I will write as soon as I can. Love always, Peter. says he has seen worse, but I don't believe him. You are the reason I am still alive. I can only think of you, to hold you in my arms again, to see your smile. The medic says I should get sent home once we get control of the landing strip. Soon, Rose. Soon. Peter.
And that was the Yankton High School Band and Color Guard performing here at the Yankton High School Avera halftime show. Yankton Bucks football leading Brookings 34-0. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back, and we'll have all your halftime stat recaps and out-of-town scoreboards all coming up here from Crane-Youngworth Field. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Get it cleaned with Buell's.
Dress shirts, suits, dresses, coats. At Buell's, they specialize in dry cleaning and pressing. You can pick it up or even have it delivered.
Got a tough stain you're worried about getting out? Leave it to Buell's. They're experts in getting out those nasty stains.
Do you wash your own comforter? If you really want it clean, let Buell's do it. Their large-size washers are perfect for comforters.
If you need it clean, take it to Buell's. 444 West 3rd, Yankton.
Boston Shoes to Boots is proud to support Yankton High School athletics. Boston Shoes to Boots is your headquarters for quality and comfortable shoes for the whole family. From athletics and work boots to sandals and dress, we have you covered by our popular brands like Brooks, New Balance, Birkenstock, Red Wing, Keen, and so many more. Shop our location downtown at 313 Cedar Street or visit us online at bostonshoestoboots.com. Boston Shoes to Boots, your footwear expert since 1915.
And welcome back to your halftime huddle, brought to you by Avera Moving Health Forward. We're here in the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth. Get great rates and easy changes at the Fairfield Inn and Suites by calling direct at 605-653-2250. It's time for your stat recap, brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business's signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at your stats from the first half, starting with the hometown Yankton Bucks. How about Lucas Kamshoff, the quarterback, 201 yards passing there in the first half. He's got a touchdown as well, 22-yard strike to over to Matthew Sheldon later on in that second half. But looking at receiving totals, leading receiver tonight for Yankton, Tucker Gilmore. We mentioned Matthew Sheldon as well with the touchdown catch. He's got 33 yards receiving on the night. Evan Sirk leading the way rushing for Yankton. He's got 85 yards on the ground, including a 21-yard touchdown. Matthew Sheldon with 25 yards on 3 carries and a touchdown as well. Take a look on defense. 2 sacks for Yankton. Matthew Sheldon and Tyson Prouty with sacks. And then Carson Ness with the pick 6 there in the first half. Taking a look at the Brookings Bobcats. Jones Hunnemer with 27 yards passing there in the first half. Leading receiver is Alex Wainman with 15 yards. Meanwhile, leading rusher for Brookings is Jay Harris with 19 yards.
All right, thank you, Josh. Let's get into our out-of-town scoreboard, and that is brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized close-pay dealer. And I'm going to hand it over to Trevin Ricklick with the 11AA scores.
And in the 11AA scoreboard, Mitchell is beating Spearfish with 1 minute left in the fourth quarter in Mitchell, 35-28. Huron is beating Douglas 34-7 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter in Douglas. Brandon Valley currently beating Pierre TF Riggs 28-7 at the end of the first half in Pierre. Aberdeen Central currently beating Watertown 14-13 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter in Aberdeen. And T-Area beating Sturgis Brown 12-7 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. And actually an update, Watertown with a field goal is now leading Aberdeen Central 16-14 with under a minute left in the third quarter.
All right, thank you, Trevin. And that was Trevin Ricklick with your out-of-town scoreboard. And now back with me, Josh Boelter. Your halftime key to victory, Josh, brought to you by Vision Care Associates. Yankton Sports brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Yeah, for me, it's pretty simple. Keep hold of the football. Don't turn anything over. You don't want to give Brookings any short field or anything like that. That's something that can spark momentum and cause maybe some offense there for Brookings. But either way, really good first half. It's going to see if Yankton can carry that over into the second half.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a break here on the Avera Halftime Huddle. We'll be back here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Yankton beating Brookings 34-0 at the half.
I'm Nancy Winandy from Yankton Thrive. Most of you are aware of the manufacturing careers available in Yankton, but I wanted to highlight the variety of other work options available, such as the Yankton School District, healthcare, restaurants, local shops. Some of these positions are part-time or seasonal, perfect for the retiree who wants to keep active, at-home parents looking for something to do while the kids are at school, or someone looking to make a little extra money for Christmas. See what's available at our website, yanktonsd.com.
Investing in your home is easier and more fun when you have local choices. This is Cody Miles, owner of Upper Midwest Garage Door. We offer a wide variety of American-made, unique Clopay garage doors. Free in-home consultations, a digital preview of the new garage doors on your home, and the expert small-town service you deserve. Get started today with your local independent Clopay dealer, Upper Midwest Garage Door. Give us a call, stop by, or learn more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
Welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field. Happy Pioneer Days. Everybody, it's homecoming for Yankton, and a big first half from the Yankton Bucks. They're up 34-0 on Brookings at halftime. I'm Josh Boelter, joined by Bryce Ladwig. Yankton going to be kicking off here to start the second half. We're about 3 minutes away from kick here in the second half, but either way, Yankton will be starting on defense in a dominant defensive performance from Yankton. 2 sacks and a pick 6 as well in this game from Carson Ness. Bryce, it's going to be interesting to see that defense back out on the field here to start the second half.
You know, that's the one thing that we've talked about consistently the most with this Yankton team this year, Josh, is that defense. And, you know, there's been so many highlights. I guess if you didn't call them lowlights, I guess the T's second half, but T's, you know, one of the best teams in the state. But other than that, they have just really been consistent all season long. While the Yankton offense has had big spurts and have gotten the job done, they've shown they can be highly prolific offensively. They've often sputtered out of the gate. Even tonight, they kind of just had a couple drives that just kind of didn't materialize into touchdowns the way they want to. It takes them a couple drives to get going, but this Yankton defense from kickoff to the final whistle seemed to be set and ready, ears pinned back, and we've seen that in multiple occasions tonight.
Yeah, and that's something that has been so impressive. You mentioned the offense that kind of struggled out of the gate a little bit, but really got it going as the first half went on. Started to turn field goal drives into touchdown drives as this game went on. It's going to see what they do in the second half, if they're aggressive, trying to add more points, or how that's going to play out here in the second half.
Well, that second half is coming up in 1 minute here on KYNT and KYNTV. It's Yankton Bucks football.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
As times change, technology changes. Don't be left behind by your contact lenses. Vision Care Associates now offers infused multifocal contact lenses, specialized lenses that can provide you with clear vision at multiple distances without switching between glasses and contacts. Don't let glasses slow you down any longer. Call us today to schedule an appointment to try infused multifocal contact lenses.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
And welcome back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter. It is Yankton Bucks on top of Brookings, 34-0 at homecoming here at beautiful Crane-Youngworth Field. The crowd, I would say, Josh, surprises me, but Yankton crowds never really surprise me. I was going to say how packed it is, and there isn't an empty seat, but there usually isn't here at Crane. Just one of the best crowds in the state.
Right, and this crowd, like you said, they're always going to show up, but they're especially excited right now. They have a good football team sitting at 4-1 coming in tonight. Homecoming coming off a big win last week, and this crowd's always going to show up, but right now there's a special energy about it, even more so than usual.
And so Jose Trujillo will kick off for Yankton. Brookings will be moving left to right on your screen or listening device. Yankton right to left.
Bobcats, number 3, Dougie Thomas.
So Dougie Thomas
Number 23, Gavin Hamrick.
and Gavin Hamrick will kick off return for Brookings as the football is being inspected and given back to Trujillo. And Trujillo communicating with his team, and second half football action is just about set, Josh.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see what happens here in the second half. Brookings trying to get something going on offense here. Didn't have a lot of success, obviously, in the first half. Trying to find some momentum and maybe some plays like that fullback dive we saw in this first half that might work for them.
Kickoff in the air, and Hamrick to return inside the 5. Cuts to the middle of the field, now to the outside, and is brought down just past the 20-yard line. That is where Brookings will take over offensively. That Yankton defense we talked a lot about, Josh, heading back out onto the field.
Yeah, and a dominant first half, 2 sacks, an interception for a touchdown from Carson Ness. Really a dominant performance there in that first half.
Down, 10 yards to go for the Bobcats.
And so now Brookings breaking their huddle. And Huntemer in the shotgun. Back into the game after leaving with an injury, Jay Harris. And a pass from Huntemer is deflected by Yankton. Okay, so Josh, I'm not going to lie to you. I was watching the receiving action happen on the near side of the field. How did that ball end up going 25 feet in the air?
So yeah, you mentioned that. That pass got blocked at the line of scrimmage. There was an unblocked Yankton Buck running through, and that ball literally went flying 20 yards in the back of the end zone. And it looked like it was no.
I thought someone kicked it.
Yeah, it was a big play there, but no, it literally got bounced back 20 yards on the tip there.
All right, we'll try that again. 2nd and 10. Ball on the Brookings 22-yard line. Hunnemer looking to pass, rolls to his right, and incomplete pass intended for Alex Wainman. The flag is out, but not where you would see a pass interference usually. It's behind the line. It's a holding going on to Brookings.
Yeah, holding on Brookings. I thought when they threw it that it might have been pass interference. It was a little close on that one, but either way, like you said, that back judge there really isn't the one that's going to call those on that.
Yeah, I was just confused at first. So yeah, holding going on to Brookings. That will back him up.
To the goal. No correction. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
I understand putting him in second long. I'm surprised Coach Muth actually accepted that penalty. He had 3rd and 10 in that situation. But either way, pin Brookings back a little bit further just to be safe.
And so Hunnemer will be in the shotgun. He'll take the ball at around the 6-yard lines where he will receive the snap. And to his immediate right, he has Jay Harris. And the snap looking to pass down to the right side. Intended to target Alex Wainman. And nice coverage for Yankton. Austin Goebel on the defensive side. And that will bring up 3rd and 20 now for the Bobcats.
Yeah, tough throw to make there for Henneman. Not able to find it on that one. Going for a deep corner, a sail route on that one.
And so now Brookings offense rejoins the line, all checking their play bands. And Hunnemer takes a high snap, pulls it down. Looking downfield, almost sacked. He gets the ball off in time. Ball in the air. Was it picked off by Yankton or was it complete?
They're going to call that incomplete. It was close. Looked like Donald Rounds got in the mix on that one as well as Carson Ness. But either way, Yankton, this defense, doing a good job of getting off the field here. 3 plays, 3 and out.
This brings up 4th down, and it'll be Cohen Zarbach to return for Yankton. And he'll hover right on top of the big red Y here at Crane for the return. Maybe inch forward to Brookings territory. And the snap. And the punt is off. Cohen Zarbach backs up, backpedaling, and let it hit at the Brookings 45. He'll let it die on the turf, and it'll be right at the Brookings 49-yard line, closer to the 50, actually. And that is where Yankton will set up offensive shop, their first offensive drive of the second half. This third quarter action is brought to you by Tuxedo. Tuxedo is a proud sponsor of Yankton Sports and committed to driving forward. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton. And First Car Project Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time. All right, so Lucas Kampshoff and company back out onto the field. As I mentioned, their first offensive drive of the second half. Yankton leading 34-0 over Brookings. 11:23 to go in the third. And it is a handoff to Evan Sirk, and he's met behind the line by Brookings. A 2-yard loss on the tackle was Jay Harris. So he's causing havoc on the defensive side as well as the offensive side, Josh.
Yeah, causing havoc, like you said, blowing up that play in the backfield. Nice job, something you want to see from this Brookings defense.
And Peyton Peterson in motion on the far side. Now Kampshoff looking downfield. And nice pass to the sideline. It is brought in by Carson Ness, just towing the line and bringing it in. What a grab from Carson Ness on the near side. That's enough for Yankton Bucks, first down.
Yeah, good ball, good feet, good foot placement there from Carson Ness. Nice play for the Bucks.
So ball on the Brookings 35. Handoff, Sirk trying to go up the middle. He finds a burst. He finds another burst. He gets to the backfield, to the 10, and dives to the 5. A shoelace tackle prevents a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Evan Sirk, I thought twice, was going to get brought down to the turf. He found second and third life, Josh, getting Yankton into the red zone.
Nice run there by Sirk, breaking a couple tackles, getting it first and goal now for the Bucks.
Kampshoff sends Sheldon in motion. Will join the right side as the blocking back. Sirk, handoff, cuts to the outside, and he's inside the 5. He's slowed down around the 3-yard line. So Yankton really knocking on the door.
Yeah, knocking on the door, like you said. And they wanted to get to Sirk there, try to get the touchdown after he was tripped up on the play before. But either way, though, Yankton now with a second and goal from about the 3.
Ball officially on the 4-yard line. Power formation. Lucas Kamshoff gets it, trying to follow his blockers, and he'll be stopped short of the line.
Yeah, stop short, like you said, just trying to QB sneak that one almost from about the 4-yard line. That's a tough play to make.
And that almost always works. We saw it tee. It actually got down all the way to the 4th down as they were determined to punch that football in. And so a 2-yard gain. Ball's on the 2-yard line now. It is 3rd and goal. Power formation. 2 blocking backs. Kamshoff will roll it to the outside this time. And he's able to break a tackle. No, he's not. He falls to the turf. It is a loss of 2 yards, maybe even 3. So ball on the 5-yard line now. And we do have a player down on the field. And that is a Brookings Bobcat. So we'll pan away. But I saw Josue Trujillo and the field goal unit, Josh, coming out onto the field right before they blew the play dead.
Yeah, and he's had a busy night. 3 field goal attempts on the evening, or on the night. Right here, though, this is big for Yankton. They're up 34-0. They get this. Continuous clock rules do come into effect with Yankton going up 35. So I think they're just trying to add some points here and get to that point.
And so the Brookings Bobcat able to get off the field under his own power. And that's Ethan Houtman. And so rejoin the action here. 9.5 minutes to go and counting in the 3rd quarter. 34-0 lead for the Yankton Bucks. Josue Trujillo out to try to send this to a 37-0 lead for Yankton.
A 22-yard field goal.
A 22-yard field goal attempt for Josue Trujillo.
Nelson to hold. Carson Conway to snap.
Carson Conway the snapper. Easton Nelson the holder. Nice snap. Nice hold. And the kick is through, but they were going to wait. They're going to call it dead. There's offsides on defense. And so you almost just want them to allow the play to happen sometimes, Josh.
Right, that's one of those where all of a sudden that can ice your kicker and things like that. And now that's on about the 2.5-yard line. It looks like Yankton is sending the offense back out on the field.
All right, so it's now 4th and goal. And we have that power formation coming back out. The ball is on the 4-yard line. Lucas Kamshoff takes a low snap out of the turf, and he's able to get into the end zone. You can count it. Making lemonade out of lemons is Lucas Kamshoff, as he literally, the shortstop he is for the Yankton baseball team, he'll scoop that one out of the turf, Josh.
Yeah, like you said, having to scoop that one out of the turf. Yankton, though, the big touchdown on that one. Kamshoff punching it in. Nice drive there by the Bucks to start the second half.
So a 40-0 lead for Yankton. 8:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. That should be a running clock after the conclusion of this extra point. So Trujillo puts it through the uprights. A 41-0 lead for Yankton. And that scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Core Trust is doubling down on Bucks points, which means for every 1 point Yankton scores, Core Trust banks $2 to the Yankton Booster Club. That's $82 so far tonight. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
The start of a new school year is a good time to evaluate your children's healthcare needs, whether it is a doctor's checkup, replacing EpiPens for serious allergies, or renewing prescriptions for inhalers to treat activity-induced breathing problems. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall, and we pride ourselves in providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health contributes to good students. Celebrating 100 years, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, Yankton Rexall.
And welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field. 41-0 lead for the Yankton Bucks. After this kickoff, Josh, we'll have a running clock here tonight.
Yeah, and that just shows how dominant Yankton's been. They've had a lot of great success tonight, obviously up 41-0. But this defense has been special, putting their offense in good spots, getting them short fields. and Yankton has been able to take advantage of that on the offensive side.
Turn for Brookings, bounces to the outside, and nice return as Brookings able to get to their 36 or 7 yard line. We do have holding, I presume, going on to Brookings, judge on where that flag was thrown.
Yeah, usually, like you said, it's holding in that type of situation, maybe a block in the back or something like that, but keep an eye on it here.
Personal foul, face mask, kicking team, 15 yards from the end of the run.
That's actually going to go against the Bucks. Looks like it was a face mask, and that's going to add 15 yards here for Brookings.
I owe you a Josh Boelter $1.
You do? I thought we talked about me getting those back at halftime. Did I just?
No, I lied.
No.
So the clock is running here.
The 48-yard line.
I just saw Brayden Butler shake his head.
I'm never going to get those back, am I?
No. All right, 41-0. Yankton leading Brookings, 7:42 to go in the third quarter. And Brookings as Hunneman under center. Hunnemer, excuse me. And a pitch out to the left side. And what a gain for Brookings. It's a Bobcat first down. And on the carry is Hamrick. And that was a big gain there. Where did they end up marking this down at? Let me see. The 28-yard line, so a 30-yard gain for Brookings.
Big run there on the toss play, something Brookings needed to get here. They want to try to put some points on the board tonight.
And a quick gain off the left side. Dougie Thomas, the carry.
Dougie Thomas on the carry.
Dougie Thomas is met behind the line.
Brought down by number 45, Thomas Reardon.
And so Thomas Reardon on the tackle for Yankton brings up 2nd and 11 for Yankton.
Loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11.
And so we're seeing some different Yankton Bucks defenders out there during this drive. Handoff up the middle, and on the carry is Hamrick. He is slowed down at the Yankton 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
Good job there by Hamrick. I thought for sure that play was getting stopped in the backfield. It looked like a couple of Bucks linemen had gotten into the backfield, but he did a good job of turning that into a real nice game.
And now Hunneman. Why do I keep doing that now? All of a sudden in the third.
Yes.
Hunnemer out there under center. Something we mentioned before, Josh. You don't see that a lot anymore. It's kind of pro style under the center offense. But Brookings seems to be running it quite a bit. And we have a toss out to the left side. And the ball carrier, Mathis, is met in the backfield by Yankton. Doing a nice job again in the second half of really setting those edges and bringing pressure.
Yeah, and it was Bodie Thurman who blew that one up in the backfield. Nice play there by an important member of the secondary who didn't get a chance to play last week after being ejected in the Pier game the week before.
Some are saying that he was nicknamed Bodie Swayze Thurman, Josh. It's the word.
Or just Point Break.
Yep. For those that understand the reference. So we have a 45-yard field goal attempt. That's coming from Drew Johnson. And that is not good, as it'll actually be an attempt to return for Carson Ness. He picked it up. He bounces to the middle of the field. Nice spin move. He won't get anywhere after that, short of the 30. And so it kind of acts like a punt in that regard. And so Yankton will take over offensively.
Yeah, impressive return there from Ness. Once again, this Yankton defense getting off the field. They were given short field on that one, and Brookings made a play on that drive. But then, like I said, able to make a stop and get the ball back to this offense. And it looks like you're going to see some different guys in here for Yankton. It looks like Easton Nelson's in at quarterback, Jason Lawchek in at running back.
Yeah, Nelson in the shotgun now. Connor Slaba in motion, handoff, Jason Lawchek. He cuts to the middle. Nice gain for Jason Lawchek. That's going to be a gain of 11 yards and enough for a Yankton Bucks first down. He has a really nice burst at the line.
Yeah, and that's a guy that Coach Muth talked about in the preseason, talked about a guy that he thought was going to get more carries coming into the season and expects big things from him in the future.
Slaba in motion near the far side. Nelson handoff, said Lawchek, goes off to the right side and gets to about the 45-yard line and is slowed up. We do have a flag coming in from the backfield. And we'll see what this is about. I'm shaking after I got the last call wrong, Josh.
Looks like it is going to be a holding here on the Bucks.
Number 77 on the offense.
So holding going on Yankton. It was Peyton Eustace on the hold. So back up Yankton. It'll be now 1st and 20 for the Bucks.
Yeah, 1st and long. That's not where you want to be, obviously, with a couple backups in here. Specifically at the skill positions. Going to keep an eye on that, how to handle a 1st and 20 situation compared to 1st and 10.
Always love to see the Yankton depth. You know, the JV and freshman seasons are having excellent years as well. Jason Lachek gets the carry. A 3-yard gain for Yankton. It'll bring up 2nd and 17.
Nice little run there from Sadlacek, and he's going to get a bulk of the carries here in the rest of this game. A dynamic running back who, like I said, Coach moved this really high on.
2nd and 17.
And Nelson. Setting Slava in motion again, near to far. And Nelson rolling out to his right side. He's looking to pass downfield. And pass is, they're going to call this a catch?
I think he got a foot down. Looks like it was Cohen Zarbach in there who made the catch, or actually they might say this is incomplete.
That's what I was waiting for, the official signal. But yeah, so incomplete pass. Cohen Zarbach on the far side of the field, Josh. Let's just say it was just a good attempt.
Yes.
So 3rd and 17. The clock just keeps on going here. 3 receivers left. And Nelson, again, looking to pass. He drops back, steps up in the pocket. He'll tuck and run. He gets to the Yankton 40 and is slowed down after the original line of scrimmage. And he's slowed down at the Yankton 43. So a 10-yard run for Easton Nelson sets up 4th and 7. And the Yankton punt crew comes out of the field.
Yeah, like you said, nice little run there on the scramble play. It's fun to get these young guys some experience. You saw right there on that drive.
And Trujillo trying to find where he wants to receive this snap. It's off a really nice punt. Fair catch is called for by Hamrick, and he does so at the 22-yard line, and the Brookings Bobcats come back onto the field.
And a really late flag here over on the punting side on this one. We'll see.
Does anyone else know he threw that?
It looks like there's going to be holding here on Yankton. It was number 35, Cale Gary, and on that one, the 6'1 junior. That's going to move Brookings up a little bit.
So that will help out Brookings, as you mentioned. And the ball will be set at the Brookings 32-yard line.
10 yards to go.
And we have some discussion out here from the officials. They will stop the clock for this. Are we getting a new football? What's going on? Yeah.
Yes, new football.
Deflate gate, or I'm joking?
Yeah. Oh boy. Let's not do that again.
Sorry, Patriot fans. All right, so we have Huntemer, shotgun, and a handoff to Wayneman. Bounces out to the outside, left of the hash marks, and he's brought down right behind the line by Yankton. Very small loss. Yankton did a nice job, and that will end the third quarter as a running clock made that one go by fast. It's time for a quarter break, brought to you by Prime Hydration. It's time to rehydrate with Prime Hydration, the perfect combination of flavor and function, changing how you refresh, replenish, and refuel. With 5 awesome flavors and no added sugar, you're getting the taste you want without anything you don't. Prime Hydration, the perfect boost for every endeavor. Fourth quarter action brought to you by MT&RC Smith Insurance, an independent insurance agency offering you a variety of products for your individual, family, and business needs. And Vision Care Associates. Yankton High School Sports brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Back in 1 minute, Yankton Bucks football leading Brookings 41-0 entering the fourth.
Kids eat free in September at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee to celebrate National Family Meals Month. That's right, get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under can choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, chicken tenders, and more. Bring the family together. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day in September. Dine in only. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
All right, incomplete pass for Brookings on the right side brings up 3rd and 10, Josh.
Yeah, and we should note it looks like it's Bergen Tetzloff in there playing quarterback now, possibly. Or my apologies, it looked like he was lined up under center there for a second, then he moved over. That's my bad.
Sorry, I've never made a mistake, though, so. Can you shake your head anymore? So Hunterman back to a pass to the middle of the field, almost intercepted by Yankton, or it could have been, and that was Carson Conway, in the secondary, Josh, and he was ready for the hit. You could tell he kind of lowered his body a bit, and if he would have looked up, he may have had the interception.
Yeah, nice job though by Conway to be able to break that one up. Like to see that from the young safety.
So Cohen Zarbach back to return for Yankton.
For the Bobcats, Drew Johnson.
And Drew Johnson to punt. Do they have 11 guys in the... Okay, they don't. So, I was counting, Josh. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're going to have a false start or a timeout called. I think they're going to get the timeout. So, yeah, Brookings calls a timeout. Let's just rewind the tape, Josh. So I was counting in my head how many players are out here. It didn't seem right. Then they bring one on. They snap it as he wasn't even set, but they did get the timeout called. So Brookings calls a timeout with 4th and 10. A ball on the Brookings 32-yard line. And timeouts are brought to you by Hedro in Yankton, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
And the snap and the punt for Brookings back to return. Cohen Zarbach does so at the Yankton 35-yard line. Gets past the 40, hit very hard. And Yankton will take over on their own 41-yard line. And I think Tate Bestie is coming out to quarterback the Bucks now. Josh, another Yankton quarterback.
Yeah, like you said, trying to get as many reps in for different quarterbacks, different guys here for Yankton as much as possible. Really is a different feel play on a Friday night, and it's nice to get these reps in a situation like this.
Tate Bestie, high snap, man's hand off to Jason Lotchek, goes up the middle, gets a nice gain on the play, gets to the Yankton 46-yard line, gain of 5, and he's had a few of those carries so far.
Yeah, and an impressive back that, maybe next year you might see even more of him going into next year, like I was just saying.
And Tate Bestie having a really excellent JV season as well for Yankton. Some very high numbers as we will have either a false start or encroachment going on the defense. Depends which way the official was looking.
Yeah, and it looks like an offensive lineman moved, but that was caused by a defensive lineman that led the jump. It was number 60, Brady Caraway for Brookings. See, they're going to call that a false start, but that was a reaction to a Brookings defensive lineman jumping off sides. But either way, penalty called there on Yankton.
And so the ball on the Yankton 46-yard line. Second and 10, handoff, Sedlacek. Sedlacek goes at the middle. He is met right at the line. Maybe a gain of a yard on the carry.
Brought down by number
And that'll bring up
46.
3rd and 9 for the Bucks.
Stern.
8.5 minutes to go in the fourth.
Third down, 9 yards to go.
41-0 lead for Yankton. Yankton moving left to right on your screen or listening device. Thank you for joining us on KYNTV, KYNT. On the air, 102.1 FM, AM 1450, the free mobile app, or of course online, KYNT1450.com. KYNTV on YouTube, Facebook, and of course our smart TV app. Tate Bestie takes the snap. He's looking to pass, and he rolls out to the left. Now over to the right side. Looks downfield, and the pass is brought in right at the 50-yard line. It's Cale Hazelhorst, the 6'2 sophomore.
Nice play there by the young quarterback, Tate Bestie, being able to scramble, improvise, and find a guy down the field. Wasn't able to convert the first down, but a heck of a play from a young quarterback.
So an 8-yard completion. Tate Bestie to Cale Hazelhorst. And Yankton has their offense coming out for the 4th and 1. Ball right on top of the 50. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Single back set. And pitch option as Tate Bestie keeps it himself, gets the first down, goes to the near side to the 40 and to the 35. He's angled out of bounds at the Brookings 34. And what a nice run and just decision from Tate Bestie.
Yeah, made the decision there to scramble and got enough for the first down. Nice play by the young quarterback.
7 minutes to go in the fourth. On the Brookings 34. Bestie again in the shotgun. Handoff to Sedlacek. Met at the line, maybe lost a yard on the carry. That should bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, not much there open on that one. For nice job there by the Brookings defense to get that play stopped by the line of scrimmage.
To the 35-yard line. Their loss is back to the 35-yard line. Brings up 2nd down, 11 yards to go.
So 2nd and 11. And Yankton's offense communicating with the sideline, trying to get the right play calls. 2 receivers each side. Sedlacek, the lone back. Pitch option. Bestie keeps it again. Cuts to the middle. And is slowed down at the Brookings 32-yard line. That is a gain of 3 on the play.
Nice little keeper there by Bestie on the speed option. Had the pitch outside to Sedlacek. Chose to take it upfield. Got about 4 or 5 yards on the play.
So ball on top of the 32-yard line. And we are just under 6 minutes to go in the fourth. We'll have your out-of-town scoreboard as well as your post-game stats. At the conclusion of this one, Cale Hazelhorst brings in another pass on the right side, gets out to the 15, and is spun down at about the 12-yard line. That's the 2nd time on this drive they've had that connection.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of connection there between Hazelhorst and Bestie. 2 young players that are having a nice showing here in this fourth quarter.
First down.
And so just a couple ticks over 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Yankton is in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. Bestie takes a high snap pitch option, does pitch it to Jason Sedlacek at the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and he dives toward the pylon, and you can count it. Yankton Bucks touchdown. Jason Sedlacek gets in there with the touchdown carry. What a play for the running back.
Yeah, nice job there. Bestie made the decision to pitch and Sedlacek hit the corner, found the end zone. Nice play. Touchdown Bucks.
5'10 sophomore entered the game. 3 rushes, 17 yards, and handful of tackles. And was expected to carry the ball a lot more, as you alluded to before, Josh. But Evan Sirk just really burst onto the scene, really took over that role. Shaler Platt a little earlier in the year. He's been out the last couple of games. But Jason Sedlacek, another threat in the Yankton backfield as Trujillo sends the extra point through the uprights. Yankton leads 48-0, 4:51 to go in the fourth. That scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. That's another $14 going to the Yankton Booster Club. We'll be back in 1 minute here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
The other day, a gal came into the UPS store to drop off a package. On her way out, she noticed the print sample wall and asked if we could print invitations. The answer was, yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. For over 7 years now, the UPS store has been helping hundreds of customers with their printing needs. From basic copies to business cards and invitations to posters, we can print them. Stop out and ask about our current print specials and see how we can help with your printing needs.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC. And those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today. But if you keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit the local community, why would you invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
And the boot from Trujillo. And Brookings to return at their own 10. Gets out to the right side, and Trujillo almost had to make the tackle, but Hamrick is forced out of bounds just shy of midfield, and I think we're going to have a late hit going on Yankton. That's about 3 different flags have been thrown.
Yeah, that was a little bit late on that one, like you said, and that's going to get the flag every time.
Personal foul on the kicking team, number 23, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
They say 23?
23,
That's
yes.
Lance Payer, the 5'9 junior for Yankton, called for the personal foul. But that will move Brookings into Yankton territory. And just, I love seeing the Yankton depth out there, Josh. You know, these guys often called upon, well, not only special teams, right? That's a given, but often in pinches when your usual starters maybe get hurt or they're going to be the starters of tomorrow. And a lot of these guys doing a really good job on that JV squad.
Yeah, doing a really good job, like you said, and getting a chance to get some valuable playing time here. I mean, JV sets you up nicely to prepare for varsity, but this is something you don't get to know until you really get out there, especially on a night like tonight where it's homecoming.
And so it is a timeout called on for Brookings. So we're going to step aside. Timeout's brought to you by Hedro in Yankton, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When it's time for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds. Here, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Mark your calendars now. Here's an easy way to get your family's flu shots. Load up the entire family and stay in your vehicle with drive-through flu shots at Yankton Medical Clinic. They're available Monday, October 9th and Tuesday, October 24th from 4 to 6 p.m. Visit yanktonmedicalclinic.com to download the consent form. Bring completed for each person and a copy of your insurance card and watch for the Y Guy. Protect yourself and your loved ones this flu season with help from Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
And 3:25 to go here in the fourth. It's 1st and 10 for Brookings. And under center, Huntemer. Ball on the Yankton 40. It's a handoff going up the middle. Gain of a couple on the carry from... Who got the carry? A Bobcat.
Busting out those binoculars here in the fourth. You'll love to see it.
I think it was Doggy Thomas.
Brings up second and 8.
So 2nd and 8 now. So I think Dougie Thomas got the carry. And under center again. Handoff. Dougie Thomas and gains another yard, maybe 2. And actually under quarterback for Brookings, Josh, is Gabriel Stern.
Brought down by number 28.
Yeah, again, and once again, same. It goes both ways for Yankton and Brookings. Get some backups in there. Get some valuable playing time in situations like this where the game's already decided. Like I said, on the other side, and it goes the same for Brookings, these reps are so valuable.
And we see a lot of Yankton Bucks with the coaches' headsets down on the sideline. That was pointed out to us by our very own Brayden Butler. And I wonder if they're actually calling plays or not.
That would be interesting. Maybe some future coaches in that group over or down there with the headsets on.
Dougie Thomas gets the pitch, and he actually brings it in one-handed. Very impressive. And he gets to the Yankton 25-yard line. We do have a couple of flags out on the field. Let's see what the call is here, as we're a couple ticks under 2 minutes to go in the fourth.
Hold it. Number 67 on the offense. Spot foul. Replay third down.
So holding going on Brookings. Now actually back up the Bobcats.
Yeah, back them up just a little bit there. Looked like they had a big play with Thomas on the outside, but unfortunately the holding's going to bring that one back.
And now coming out, some more depth for Yankton. Try to get some names for you on the defensive side. People don't want to turn their number toward me, Josh. And Stern to a pass, and ball is tipped by Yankton's secondary. Is actually tipped by number 15 Carson Conway out there on the breakup. Also out there for Yankton is Braylon Hoover. And it's like, how fast can I read numbers? And Caden Benson, as well as Talon Kenny. And more to come. I apologize to anyone I missed. It's rapid fire over here. Conway back to return, and he actually botches the reception. I think he's able to dive back on top of it, on top of the 10-yard line. That's where Yankton's offense will take over.
Yeah, and I actually expect Yankton just to run this one out here, not run a play, as there's only 5 seconds left on the clock. Yankton's going to walk away with a 48-0 victory on homecoming to improve to 5-1, Bryce.
The Bucks stops here at Crane-Youngworth Field, 48-0. Bucks improve to 5-1 on the season. The Brookings Bobcats fall to 1-5. Yankton defends their home turf on homecoming, and what a victory it was for the Yankton Bucks. Don't go anywhere. We have our Yankton Rexall post-game wrap coming around the corner here on KYNT at KYNTV.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3, 7, or 17 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3, 7, or 17 months at your nearest FNBO location, with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier Checking account. So stop on by and give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
With life insurance, Rhonda Westland with State Farm's got you and your education. You would do anything to protect your family and ensure that they have a bright future. But have you considered how your loved ones would continue on financially if you were no longer here? Life insurance is a simple and affordable way to answer that question. It allows you to say to your loved ones, "I've got you," and mean it. For more information, visit Rhonda Westland with State Farm at 1023 West 9th Street in Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. With offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Whittier. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Do you really think it's a good idea to buy insurance off the internet?
After all, it is insurance. It's not a commodity like a toaster. It's a contract to protect what you value most: your home, your car, your business, your health, and even your life. You need a professional, in-person agent to make sure you have the right coverage to fit your family's needs. Schedule an appointment with us today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan. Oh, come on, ref! That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
As times change, technology changes. Don't be left behind by your contact lenses. Vision Care Associates now offers infused multifocal contact lenses, specialized lenses that can provide you with clear vision at multiple distances without switching between glasses and contacts. Don't let glasses slow you down any longer. Call us today to schedule an appointment to try infused multifocal contact lenses.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Tuxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Tuxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Tuxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.tuxedo.com/careers to apply.
And welcome to the Yankton Rexall post-game wrap. Yankton victorious 48-0 over the Brookings Bobcats. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. We're here in the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth. Hot breakfast, large family rooms, and a great location can be found at Fairfield Inn and Suites, located at 2607 Broadway Avenue in Yankton. We have our post-game coach interview, and that is brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your home, auto, and life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. It's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And now joining us, Yankton offensive coordinator, Coach Terry Huber. Coach, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on defending home turf on homecoming night.
Thank you. That was a really fun one tonight.
Well, most important question, not the X's and O's, but were you having players call plays near the end of the game?
The seniors, they thought it'd be good to get out there and see what it's like, the stress level that we're at as coaches with those headsets on. It's homecoming. That's probably the only time you're ever going to see something like that. So they kind of weaseled into those a little bit.
Well, Yankton did score when they had the headsets on. Are you concerned about your job?
A little bit. I'm a little worried. Coach Decker consulting those guys and not me. I'm just a little bit concerned. But, hey, if they can do it better than me, absolutely.
Well, let's get into the game, Coach. Obviously, a 48-0 victory over a Brookings squad. Any team that comes in here, despite record or anything, when they have the opportunity to play spoiler, that's a very dangerous team. Brookings being one of those here tonight. Just how proud of you are you of the guys coming out on both sides of the ball as fast as Yankton was able to get on the board?
Yeah, I think Coach Muth, being the leader he is, one thing he preaches all the time is don't be anyone's opportunity. He tells those guys that all the time, and they've bought into that. A lot of people see it as, they're coming in and we're their opportunity to get to spoil, but our guys don't allow that to happen. It's our opportunity to go out there and show the town of Yankton just what we can do and how proud we are to be from here. These guys came out fast. Offensively, shot ourselves in the foot a little bit. Defensively, we were strong as ever this game. I'm really proud of those guys, and it was really fun to see.
Yeah, Coach, big win last week, obviously, against T. Then you come into here tonight with homecoming. What does it say about your guys' team to just be able to stay focused and take care of business tonight?
Consistency, that's definitely the overarching theme with these guys. Last week, very strong win against T. This week, we knew the pressure's on. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes on during homecoming week, and we love Yankton, the way they celebrate it. There is no place like like it in the state who does homecoming like Yankton does. The fans tonight, I tell you what, it was beautiful to look up and see all the students, all the parents, grandparents, people, family from out of town, and the guys. They understand that they have to be consistent and they have to show up each and every play, each and every drive, and stay even keel. But they were having so much fun tonight that it made it almost easy just to see those guys show up each and every play.
There's so many things I want to talk to you about, but that's what the Coach's Corner is for in the morning, of course. But I do want to mention a couple of guys, and we can talk about the starters all night long, but that's going to be tomorrow's show. You know, let you, I guess, just comment on your seniors. This is their last homecoming, and they really did show up tonight.
Absolutely. You know, this was a special one for those seniors. You know, the tradition, and we talked about this as coaches with the players. You know, we had a real personal talk with them, and these seniors, the stuff that they've done and sacrificed for this team, the amount of time that they've waited since they're little kids lining up over by the locker room, growing up in Yankton, it's a big deal, you know. And being a guy from Yankton and having a lot of coaches on our staff from Yankton, we understand what they're going through. And these guys, the one thing I was preaching to them was just live in the moment, create your own tradition here. And these seniors really did that, you know. All of them are stepping up to be phenomenal leaders. You know, I think everybody's like, well, who's the leader on your team? That senior class as a whole has stepped up and said, we're all going to take a little sliver of controlling our team and leading this team as far as we can get.
Well, I have 3 rapid-fire players I want you to comment on. Here we go. All right, back your neck. Here we go. All right, Tyson Prouty. He gets hurt in, I think it was first or second drive of the first game of the season. But, you know, I talk to him at practice just about every week. We go there for interviews and stuff. Like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? He's like, getting better. He marked this on his calendar. He had it circled. He wanted to get back. He was not only able to come back, but had some big plays on the defensive side.
Absolutely.
Just how nice was it to see him be able to play on homecoming?
You know, phenomenal. Talking to him every day, you know, he's working, he's rehabbing, he's doing whatever he can to get back. And you could tell it's not necessarily that he felt like he's letting the guys down, not being able to go out there, but he understands that it's his final year. You know, those are memories that he's missing out on, but he's been a great leader in keeping positive. You know, there's a lot of times you could go down. He came out tonight and he exploded. It was fun watching him at practice this week, seeing where, you know, there's some pent-up aggression, you know, that there's some drive that he had. He's exploding out. When I saw him get that sack earlier, I was like, this is it right here. He's excited. What a better night for a senior guy who's had some injury this first part of the season to come out tonight and show what he can do.
And then Josue Trujillo coming out tonight. You know, his number hasn't been called as much so far in the season. A lot of extra points. He's been excellent in that regard. But just a couple field goals entering the game tonight. I think he had 100. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but he did an excellent job.
3 early on, I know for sure. You know, Josue, he's a fun kid, and you know, he's a good kid, but he's a young man who's trying to lead that special teams. Him and Coach Hale have a very good relationship. They've been working with each other for years. I know we've talked in the Coach's Corner how much him and Paulie got to be really close, and to see him come out there in clutch moments and you know, calling the plays on offense, knowing that we don't want to settle for a field goal, but we know that, you know, early on we knew it. He's automatic. That, you know, we get there, we're going to take a shot. If we don't get it, we know we can get those 3 points after, and it's clutch to have a guy like him who can do that.
All right, last player, then I'll turn over a question for Josh. But Jason Ladwig.
Yep.
So think about him. So entering the preseason, or in the preseason, Coach Muth had mentioned, you and I have talked about how it was really going to be a lot of variety of backs. You know, you have Shaler Platt, Evan Sirk, and Jason Ladwig. And I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, but Shaler Platt early on, the Evan Sirk the last few weeks, just been so dominant in the run game. Maybe Ladwig hasn't gotten the carries that he would want to get, but he really showcases tonight that he is a very big threat in the backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. He is 100% a viable guy who we're going to depend on even more going far into the season. He's a guy who's got explosiveness, but he's also a very strong back. You know, that's something that is fun to see. He's got the speed, maybe not top speed where Sirk's at, you know, shifting in and out, but he's got the power speed coming off the edge. You guys saw in that option play that he scored on. I mean, he exploded out and he got to the corner of the end zone. I think, you know, if you're a linebacker, that's tough to judge on a guy. You know, he's a pretty bulky kid. It's really fun to see, you know, how hard he's been working, and you know, it's really tough. There's a lot of strong backs for him to overcome and get reps from, but right now he's earning them.
And, Coach, I want to look ahead just a little bit to next Friday, a matchup with Sioux Falls Roosevelt. What can we expect in that one?
Rosie's they're gonna be all in, ready to go. Especially AAA, AA matchup. Everybody knows the stigma around those games is, what are we gonna see out of those? Is there gonna be a blowout? I fully expect our guys to be 100% locked in. They're gonna celebrate this win, and I rightfully so. They need to celebrate this win. But when it gets past film tomorrow, they're gonna be 100% ready to go, and they're gonna be taking it as much as they can all week to Roosevelt to make sure they're prepared to beat them.
Well, Coach, we will let you go and celebrate with your team and coaches. Just give us your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I just want to give a big shout-out to Yankton from the team and the coaching staff. Homecoming wouldn't be what it is without our fans, and we appreciate what you guys do on the radio and on the live stream for a lot of those people who can't show up. We know that this place was packed tonight, but there's people who can't make it, so we really appreciate everything that Yankton's done for us. We're going to go out and we're going to work our butts off every day for you guys, and it's a really exciting night for Yankton.
Congratulations, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, this is Coach Terry Huber. We'll take a break, come back here on the Yankton Rexall postgame wrap here on KYNT, KYNTV.
The start of a new school year is a good time to evaluate your children's healthcare needs, whether it is a doctor's checkup, replacing EpiPens for serious allergies, or renewing prescriptions for inhalers to treat activity-induced breathing problems. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall, and we pride ourselves in providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health contributes to good students. Celebrating 100 years, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, Yankton Rexall.
Kids eat free in September at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee to celebrate National Family Meals Month. That's right, get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree. Kids 12 and under can choose from favorites like a burger and fries, grilled cheese, chicken tenders, and more. Bring the family together. Dine in at Wahlburgers at Hy-Vee and get a free kids meal with the purchase of an adult entree every day in September. Dine in only. Some restrictions apply. See store for details.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
All right, welcome back to your Yankton Rexall post-game wrap. Let's jump into your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized Clo-Pay dealer. Trevin Ricklick, what is our 11 AA scores out of town here tonight?
And in your out-of-town scoreboard update, Huron defeated Douglas in Douglas, 48-7 final score there from Douglas. Mitchell defeated Spearfish, 35-28 in the final score in that game. Watertown was able to hold on against Aberdeen Central, 16-14 in Aberdeen. Brandon Valley was able to hold on 35-14 against Pierre TF Riggs in Pierre. And T-Area was able to pull away from Sturgis Brown 26-7 on the road in Sturgis.
All right, thank you to Trevin Ricklick, our out-of-town scoreboard. Now we turn it over to Josh Boelter for our stat recap, brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business's signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers tonight for the Yankton Bucks. Lucas Kamshoff on the night, passing 13 for 20, 217 yards through the air and a touchdown. On the ground, he had another 5 carries for 14 yards and a touchdown as well. Leading rusher for the Bucks tonight was Evan Sirk, 19 carries, 115 yards and a touchdown. Jason Lachek also had 6 carries, 31 yards and a touchdown. Matthew Sheldon with a touchdown as well. On the ground and through the air, he had a total of 58 yards between the ground and the air. So an all-around performance for him. Josue Trujillo, 6 extra points made, 2 for 3 from field goal at a 31-yard field goal. On defense, 2 sacks for the Bucks, Matthew Sheldon, and the returning Tyson Prouty. Carson Ness with a pick 6 in this game. Taking a look at the Brookings Bobcats offense here. Hunheimer, he had 27 yards and that interception. Will Conrad led the way with receptions with 2. Alex Weinman with a reception as well. Leading rusher was Gavin Hamrich, 4 carries for 25 yards.
All right, thank you, Josh. And our move of the game brought to you by The Move Group. Make the move with Mason and The Move Group. I'm going to go ahead and say it was a Carson Ness pick 6. Just a big moment for Yankton, and if I remember correctly, the first pick 6 of the season for Yankton. Would you agree, Josh?
Yeah, and it was an impressive play, and it really felt like at that point Brookings was still in the game to a point, and that pick really kind of sealed the deal, and Ness took it to the house. Really an impressive defensive play, read the quarterback the whole way and took it home.
Again, that's brought to you by Mason Strom and The Move Group. Make the move with Mason. We'll take a 1-minute break. Come back. We have your awards of the game here at Crane-Youngworth Field. This is your Yankton Rexall post-game wrap on KYNT, KYNTV.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Tuxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Tuxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Tuxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.tuxedo.com/careers to apply.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall post-game wrap. It's time for our awards of the game. We'll go with our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. Josh, who did we decide?
Yeah, so there were a couple guys who could have won this. Matthew Sheldon had a big sack tonight.
A lot of guys.
Yeah. When you pitch a shutout, that's going to happen. But Matthew Sheldon with a sack was one of those candidates. He had a lot of tackles too. Tyson Prouty had a sack in his return. But tonight it's going to be Carson Ness. He had that pick, took it to the house for a touchdown. Big play there. So, yeah, Carson Ness, your defensive player of the game.
And our offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. You put up 48 points. You think there's going to be a lot of candidates as well.
And there are. I mean, Tucker Gilmore had 4 catches for 72 yards. Evan Sirk, the lead back, 19 carries, 115 yards and a touchdown. How about Matthew Sheldon? Almost 60 yards of total offense, 2 touchdowns. But tonight, it's going to go to the signal caller, Lucas Kamshoff. He went 13 for 20, 217 yards and a touchdown through the air. And on the ground, he had 14 yards and a touchdown as well. An impressive night for the senior quarterback here on homecoming.
And we are here at the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth, Yankton's newest and nicest hotel. Fairfield Inn is open and located at 21st and Broadway. 48-0 was your final score. That was on the financial advisor Colby Cook to Edward Jones scoreboard. To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Colby Cook, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 605-665-4567 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC. And we will have your schedule previews brought to you by Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance has been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years, no matter where you are in life, to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox, State Farm, a proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks football. It's going to be Sioux Falls Roosevelt next week, Josh, right here at Crane-Youngworth Field. I don't have to tell you that is a big matchup. Of course, fighting up a weight class, so to speak. 11 AAA, Sioux Falls Roosevelt. I do like Yankton's chances. They just seem to be clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, and it's an important matchup for Yankton. This is a team that got Yankton last year up in Sioux Falls, and they get a chance to avenge that loss here at home next week and keep momentum going. A chance to be 6-1. That is huge, considering last year in the regular season, the last 2 years, they've gone 5-4. They have a chance to get that 6th win in the regular season and keep building on what's been a really impressive season so far.
Absolutely. Your final again, Yankton 48, Brookings nothing. Yankton improves to 5-1 on the season. Yankton, of course, hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt, we just mentioned. They will travel to Aberdeen Central the following week and then at Huron to conclude their season. And Josh, Brookings hosts Aberdeen next week, and they host Harrisburg the following week, and they're at Mitchell for their season finale. So the road doesn't get much easier for Brookings moving forward. And so that is how things will wrap up here on the Yankton Rexall post-game wrap. Thank you to Dave Lesher, KYNT studio producer here tonight, to Trevin Ricklick, doing our stats and doing our out-of-town scoreboard and helping production on site. Brayden Butler, the host of the Yankton Bucks football kickoff show, as well as running our camera operations tonight. And Josh, do you have any final thoughts?
Nice win for Yankton, homecoming. Nice to come out and get a win, especially against Brookings. 5-1 on to Sioux Falls Roosevelt, but definitely a win that I think the town will enjoy for tonight.
Yankton, hope you enjoyed your homecoming. Stay safe, and we will wrap things up. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning on the Coach's Corner. This has been Yankton Bucks Football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property, and Yankton's home team. Remember, KYNT is your home for Yankton High School athletics.